Welcome to our 24-hour charity live stream.
Oh God.
I hope not.
So,
No one's got work tomorrow.
independent of that, recap-wise, last time on Mom's intrepid living fable, our heroes had just rescued the gravely injured Sir Eren from a keep held by the cult of the dragon in general, and a terrifying red dragon in particular. While Tristan selflessly saw to his former mentor's health, and Hendry focused with all his might to keep the red dragon away, I and Ren explored the ruined keep. Atop the tower, they found the dragon's nest, containing 2 eggs exactly, no more and no less. Showing excellent team spirit and outstanding moral character, the two of them asked both the group and Sir Eren what to do about the eggs. The experienced knight ordered them destroyed, and that was the end of that. The group resolved to deliver Sir Eren to safety as quickly as possible, arranging to meet with further knights halfway through Ren's messaging to Leosam. On the way, Tristan offered himself for a position with the Knights of Tyr, and was ignored, probably due to Yarick's interruption and not because Sir Eren seems subtly uncomfortable around Tristan. Additionally, the older knight claims, in the proper parlance of the profession, dibs on the Red Dragon, and made the group promise to tell him if they ever saw it again, and to let him be there to fight it. Afterwards, the group traveled to the town of Keldal to look into the keep they had recently acquired. There they met the locals, including Seb, the barkeep, Tish, the dwarven caretaker of the keep, and they threw a mighty rager. After which they planned some repairs, rechristened the fort as the House of Mighty Endeavors, or Mom's home, and left for Neverwinter, Jewel of the North. I and Ren did not give Yartael, the Necromancer, the third Red Dragon egg before leaving, because, as we have firmly established, there was no third Red Dragon egg. Arriving there, I explained that she used to be in a band, together with a human woman named Portia and an elf man named Latisse, until one day they were mysteriously attacked by cultists. Say that cultists did not perform dark rituals involving Aya specifically. She was very explicit in denying this, and we all believed her. Really, we rolled for it. Tristan went to the police, and using astounding levels of privilege and some modicum of lying, he learned nothing about the elf and the human, but that fairy-connected races had been going missing. He also learned what the fuck a satyr is, and finally put 2 and 2 together. For her part, I learned that her friends are waiting for her back home, and all is well, and that nothing even mildly resembling a trap is waiting for her there. Finally, as they took off towards Ice Village in the woods, the group was intercepted by the Knights of Helm. Did I miss anything?
No, that was 100% accurate, and I love it.
Love it. That's one for the history books.
I think Tristan you should like write recaps in your journals about each session, because I would love to read those from like Tristan's, not like Tristan's perspective.
I have this one written up.
Not like from Tristan's perspective, but from the perspective of Tristan wants everybody else to know.
That would be amazing.
Unreliable narrator Tristan.
Yes.
I still think we should like contribute to doing like a weekly newsletter, and Tristan can write the recaps on the newsletter.
Sounds good. It's not Tristan specifically, because I am denying things that Tristan has no way of knowing about, but like the third dragon egg that does not exist.
Yeah, absolutely.
What was the name of the knights? The knights of what?
Helm. Helm.
Okay.
And if someone would like to begin this week by giving me a religion check, let's see if maybe you know anything about Helm.
I would, but I'm a really bad cleric, and I have -1 to that. So somebody else.
Religion?
Religion,
I'm
yes.
pretty good at religion.
You actually...
I'm not good either.
I was gonna
Clerics are not good.
How okay. I mean, it's your hometown, It makes all the sense in the world.
I was gonna like, if I didn't roll good, I was gonna try to argue for advantage.
I was 100% prepared to give you advantage, but doesn't look like you're going to need it. So you would be familiar with the Knights of Helm, or the Order of Helm, sorry, as worshipping Helm the Watcher, who is a deity that kind of stands for vigilance against evil. Let me get my notes back up. I feel like I should have these like ready. He is the god of guardians, protection, and protectors. So a lot of paladins, a lot of fighters, city watch, things like that, will often have like altars to Helm. But since you grew up in this area, you know that there is a particular order of Helm's worshippers that reside in Helmshold, which is a pretty famous little settlement. Stop. Right outside the forest, where Helm himself was actually, I guess, not rumored. Helm was supposedly at during what's called the Time of Troubles, where gods actually walked the face of the world. He was one of the few gods that actually managed to stay on kind of the prime deity's good side during this time, and the only one that he trusted to guard the ascent into the astral plane where the gods reside. So he was kind of against the rest of the gods, but due to that, he is seen as like the stalwart, stoic guardian that all of these people worship. That seemed like enough detail for a 24, right?
Yes. So basically, he was a protector, and he was on the good side of the prime deities.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is probably debatable, depending on your definition of good. But for our purposes, yes, he is a lawful good deity.
Oh no.
And they told us
Tristan.
to stop and...
Yep. So as we open this week, the party are waylaid by a company of knights and paladins, all wearing pretty heavy armor, most of them in some form of full plate or half plate, very heavily armed crossbows and long swords. These guys are armed for battle, and they have just told you to stand your ground and do not move.
I is just gonna stand, raise her hands up, like we're not doing anything, and like glance at everybody else, like this is, I don't know what this is about, but like they are not with the cult, so it's fine. Question mark?
Tristan stops and this is Sir Tristan Uriel from Waterdeep.
It's your business.
Lord of Keldal. What seems to be the matter?
Hello. Yeah, Rex waved down.
Oh, sorry. I was like, what are you doing, Entry?
Oh, yeah.
Already.
I was just formatting the spell, because otherwise it's just a big block of text. So I just
Yeah, you're good.
out the different.
Wait, you sent something to GM.
Yeah, it's I didn't want to fill up the chat.
Sorry, yeah, my bad. So they respond to you. One particular knight, kind of who looks like he might be in charge of this party, kind of like pushes his way to the front and ignores your question, but he just responds with, "State your business in this area."
My name is Hammerforge. I'm from the Wood Whisper. I'm just heading home.
I'm afraid the road is closed.
Why?
There have been strange happenings in the wood, and we are here to investigate and interdict anything coming from or into the forest. If you want passage into the forest, you will need to go to Helmshold and speak with the Watcher.
I'm sorry, strange like mysterious rustling noises, or strange like there's a big man-eating monster?
Quite a bit more violent than that, I'm afraid.
Okay, we how far is Helmshold from where we are right now?
I would say you guys are about here, probably.
Okay, so it's like a few hours trip.
Yeah, so if you guys are on horseback, you could be there probably within an hour or two at the most.
Okay.
I suppose we should go and ask for that
Yeah,
permission then.
let's go do that.
All right.
Oh well.
Question, since leaving Neverwinter, have we had a long rest yet?
We had one before leaving Neverwinter, right? Like we stayed
Yeah.
the night there.
Yeah, I was gonna say I recall that, but I couldn't tell you for sure. I didn't write that
But
down.
we haven't camped like on the road yet, right?
No.
Still the same day that we left.
No.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, so we're heading to Helm's Hold.
I mean, they told us to head to Helmshold, and I
Yeah,
don't feel like arguing with them because I don't have nothing to argue with them about.
How
Yeah,
many
there's
people are
not.
there?
There are knights well within the right to
Yeah,
deny us
like-
passage.
couple dozen probably.
Kind of annoying, but I
A lot.
guess we'll go through the bureaucracy.
All right.
I'm sure
so
we will get this sorted off in just after we get to speak with someone.
Okay, then we'll head that way straight through the countryside, if that's
Alright.
acceptable.
Yeah, and I would say there's probably like at least some semblance of road or path between here and there. So it's pretty easy travel. Nothing to stop you. You do see other signs of knights kind of setting up encampments or like defensive positions around. But you would probably know that that's nothing really out of the ordinary. The Knights of Helm's Hold tend to be a little bit overzealous in their duties and consider themselves more or less at war all the time. But you guys make your way towards Helm's Hold, and you are greeted by this site. And that is a terribly compressed image. Give me one second. It is a heavily fortified city. As you approach, there are at least 40-foot high walls encircling the entire city. You can see activity along the walls. Basically, every few feet, there are guards standing watch. The gates in front of you have probably about a dozen knights actually standing guard. There is a small refugee camp forming outside of the main gates, much like you saw in Waterdeep and Candlekeep and various other places throughout your travels so far. People are beginning to come here as well.
As we travel, can I keep a lookout, see if there's anybody I recognize by any chance? Because it's so close. Maybe they displace the
Sure.
citizens.
Why don't you just give me like a general perception check, and we'll keep that
Oh, it's gonna be so
kind of
bad.
as your...
Yeah.
Okay. So at first glance, no. There's no one yet that you recognize.
Okay.
They don't actually try to stop you at the gate. The gates are not closed to visitors yet. But they do actually kind of give you guys a little bit of side eye as you wander through. As we've kind of discussed before, the composition of Mom is pretty
Kinda
rare,
strange.
pretty obscure. Yeah.
I wave at them saying, hello!
Yep, and you're not even the weirdest one. So they do kind of give you almost the feel that you guys are going to be watched. Especially since you have like Fae members particularly in your party, and Kieran, you too. You kind of probably get the sense that orcs and half-orcs are not seen very commonly in these parts. As you approach the city, though, you see the walls first, but beyond that, there is the skyline kind of this town. It's not a huge town, but it is bigger than most of the places that you come across in your travels. It is dominated by one building in particular that rises way above the rest of the city. There are a few buildings that kind of stand in view above the walls, and then there's this, and it's like this brutal, almost like imposing figure on the skyline. Okay, so what do you guys do as you enter Helm's Hold?
We'll find a knight and ask them where we can get permission to go through the woods.
They are not hard to find. So as you walk up to him, he kind of gives you the idea that he's above you. He doesn't really need to talk to you.
Too bad, I'm very annoying.
He says, well, I assume you'd want to talk to the Watcher. You can find her at the cathedral. It's a little hard to miss. I don't know that she will see you immediately, but it is possible that you can gain audience with her. But she is the only one who can give you passage through our defensive lines.
Okay.
All right, thank you, good sir.
Thank you. We'll go find the Watcher then.
Do we get to like bring our horses and stuff into the city?
Yeah, they haven't stopped you.
I stay on my doggo.
Yeah, I mean, it's a for these times, somewhat modern city. It's a little rundown. You can tell that the centerpiece of the city is the only important thing to a lot of the people who live here, because the rest of the city is in not disrepair, but it's not as well maintained as the rest of it.
Ren,
Go ahead.
sorry. Ren would like to kind of tap Eye on the shoulder and pull her aside a little bit and ask, "Okay, this is so weird. Have you ever seen anything happen around here before like this?"
I mean, they're always a little on guard for no reason, in my opinion. Always have been.
Can't they just stop people from going to their homes?
Can they do that? I think so.
Yeah,
They just did.
I mean they're kind of the military force of this region, right? They don't really have to ask permission for things like that.
Okay, yeah, they can do that.
Okay. If this goes south, do you know these woods well enough that we'd be able to sneak through them to get to your village?
Yes,
Okay, that's good. So, I think that should be our
I
backup
would
plan.
recommend
I don't
not
like-
doing that because there's a shit ton of them here, and the woods are a little sketchy, unless you're on certain paths. But it's possible.
Okay, just as a plan B or C or D, because I don't know, I don't like the vibes of these guys. We'll see how it goes.
Okay,
Okay.
there is. She's
Oh,
gonna be
go ahead, sorry.
she's gonna be joking. There is no X's in the Order of the Helm for you, right?
Not that I'm aware of, but you
Okay.
never know. Maybe one of them found religion, to console them from the heartbreak.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of them sought Helm after having his heart broken. I need the Watcher in my life.
So we get to enter this huge building. I've never seen something that huge.
Sure. I'm assuming y'all are heading towards that.
Yes,
All right.
we're assuming that that's the cathedral.
It is. So it is the Cathedral of Helm. Again, it is a brutal but functional building. It's not traditionally beautiful. It's not like an ancient Catholic, cathedral or anything like that. It looks like it could double as a stronghold in a siege. Very much a functional place of worship to Helm. As you guys move inside, there is no one currently attending. It doesn't look like this is a place where visitors are constantly coming and welcomed. But you are able to find a woman. Let me pull up her art so I can drop it for you guys. Clad currently in full plate.
Where are
And
you
she
posting?
is. I'm dropping it in the Discord. Actually, I did not mean to send that to just you. Give me a second. I almost did. She is a half elf. I'm sorry, a wood elf, not a half elf. She bears a few scars across her face. She's not young, but she's not old either. But as an elf, their lives are so long
You never
that
even know.
you could kind of assume that she's several hundred years old at this point. She is currently kneeling at the altar in the front of the cathedral.
She's beautiful.
I am going to just stand there and wait for her to finish doing whatever she's doing. It might take a little bit, but I don't want to interrupt.
How long are you willing to wait?
I do a little cough.
um, as you cough, you can see that she kind of just cocks her head back a little bit to just acknowledge that you're there. And she takes a couple more minutes, and then she stands and she turns around and sees the party standing before her, and looks at you all and says, "A party of well-armed travelers stands before me. What business do you have in the hold?"
We don't have business exactly in the hold. Are you the Watcher by any chance?
That is what some call me.
Wonderful. We don't want to take up much of your time. We just need permission to go to Wind Whisper. I'm from
You can-
there, so
She looks at you curiously a little bit. You can see her mind working just quickly, and she asks you to follow her to her quarters.
okay, we follow her. Well, I follow her. I don't know if everybody else follows
Okay.
her.
Yeah.
Everybody else coming?
Yep.
Is she motioning for all of us to follow?
Yes.
Yarrick would
And-
follow anyway.
Yark's just like, "Is there beer?"
Yeah. Tristan follows.
Okay, so she
Let
leads you
me
down.
take the lead.
She leads you down some quarters or some corridors, and brings you to a door. And inside is just some very spare quarters with a small desk kind of facing out, like it's where she deals with people that are visiting the hold. But it's also her bedroom. And there's nothing really here to indicate that she has really any attachments at all outside of this place. Very, very spare. She sits down at her desk and looks at UI, and she says, "How long have you been away from Wood Whisper?"
I last visited about 4 months ago, I think.
Things have changed in the wood. Not for the better. We're not allowing people into the wood at the moment. There have been many strange happenings, and it is a very, very dangerous place at the moment.
Has Wood Whisper been evacuated?
I cannot say.
Then we're going to go there and make sure that everything's okay there.
If the concern is for our safety, we'd
Yes,
be...
you don't need to worry about that. We
Yeah.
fought dragons.
We fought a dragon, but yes.
Well, we technically fought 2 dragons.
And technically, both of them got away.
But
I
we didn't
am-
die.
That is true. We're still alive. Most
It was a bit hot though.
We ran from one dragon, another dragon ran from us.
Her eyebrow cocks up a little bit right when you say that a dragon ran from you.
That is true.
Popping
It's
out.
technically true.
Yeah,
Tristan does
there's-
not elaborate.
Yeah, we have a very intimidating pixie, so you know, bane of dragons everywhere.
Popping out
Um,
behind currents back there. I'm not a pixie. It's like we're the menagerie of might, and we fight dragons.
And they're cold.
Hides back behind current.
Well, if what you say is true, then perhaps we can help each other. I sent a party of scouts into the forest not long ago, and they have not returned and have not reported in. I am hesitant to send another party of scouts after them. So for now, our parties are interdicting movement into and out of the forest. But there has been quite a bit of, let's just call it infernal activity. I don't know if you know the history of our order here, but we stand against any interplanar activity, any evils coming from other planes of existence. The wood here has always been a place of intense magic. And there are scars deep within the wood that allow things to travel between planes from time to time. And for whatever reason, one that we do not know yet, there seem to be more and more things coming through those gates.
What things?
Gates?
What things?
Just well, quite a few things from the infernal planes have been crossing over. Demons, fiends, devils.
Well, then give us permission and we will return with information on what we find.
If you will do this for me, I will allow you to enter the forest.
We
If
can
you do
help
not
each other.
return, then you will not be welcome in these lands any further.
I don't see why we wouldn't return unless we're dead, so there is really nothing for you to lose.
Okay, but like, if we don't return within a day, within a week, within a year, what's
Yeah, that's
the
a
time
very
frame
good
that we're
point.
working with here?
That's a
If you
good
don't
point.
return within a few days, then I will assume you dead. And if you return here after any amount of time after that, then it will not be long before you are dead.
That is terrible logic.
Yeah, I don't like that idea. How about this? If we don't return, you presume us dead. If we show up somewhere else without like coming here, then you can like hunt us down and kill us if you really want to.
That is what I was implying, yes.
Okay. So as long as we come here and tell you information, you're cool with it.
And are you
Yes.
cool if we give you information without coming here? I mean, we can send you a message or something.
I would ask that you return. Now,
Okay.
that being said, I would recommend stopping by one of our local smiths before you head into the forest. If you seek to engage with any infernal forces, you will need some specialized weaponry. Otherwise, it will be hard-fought battles from here until your destination.
And this weaponry will, of course, be provided free of cost or at a sizable discount due to the service we are providing your order.
Make a persuasion check.
Are you coming with us?
No.
Oh no.
That will be between you and the smiths that you purchase it from, unfortunately. They are private businesses, and while they do from time to time provide us with discounts, they are not, shall we call it, state-owned.
Are
Okay,
they church owned
we-
though?
No.
We can do that. Let's go do that. Right?
Very well.
All right.
Do you need to like provide us with like a letter of our intent?
Yeah. She begins to write and closes it with a wax seal that is just, it looks like a gauntleted fist with an eye in the middle of it.
Like an eyeball or the letter I?
Let me see if I can show you.
Can we look at it before she seal it?
Nope, it's already sealed, actually.
All right.
Where
It's
did
in
it
order to kill us
go?
on sight.
Yep. Gotcha.
TPK.
More likely than
This
you
is the
think.
best thing I can find, so let me drop this. Looks like that.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah, an eyeball.
Yep. Okay, so she finishes writing this letter, stamps it, seals it, and gives it over to you. And she says, present this to any of the guards that you come through. Our lines are not very deep at the moment, so you should only pass through one in order to get into the forest.
Okay.
Now, like I said, as soon as you have information, please return, and we will discuss next steps at that point.
I will take the letter and like, let's go see the Smiths, I guess.
Um,
Did you
Right.
say your name was?
I don't think I ever did. My name is Erelon Cromalon. When I'm already typing it.
Copy paste.
Thank you.
For the love of God.
She is
Hey,
simply
man.
known as the Watcher to most of her forces, after the deity that she serves.
Iron, let me talk to the smith. Maybe I can get some nice discount for us.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. I don't actually have any coin on me.
I love that Tristan is just slowly going into more and more debt.
Yeah.
All right, so you leave her quarters.
Bye.
As you're leaving, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just said bye.
Bye. One thing you notice in this cathedral as you're leaving is that the centerpiece of it seems to be this tower on the far end, with stairs kind of winding all the way to the top, and it's probably a good 100 feet up above you. But it seems to be just like the focal point of the cathedral. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so you leave, and right outside of the cathedral are kind of the city markets, which are known here as the Heartward markets. It's pretty easy. Most of the people that are selling things here are mostly farmers. They are selling fruits and vegetables and things that they've grown, and animal products and things like that. And but there is a stall, kind of a permanent little building where there is a young blacksmith.
Go to see him.
Okay, it's a young dwarf, and he is currently hammering away at what looks like a sword.
What a detestable profession to have. Smells awful.
Hello, good sir.
Hello, what can I do for you?
Well, we're actually tasked to go in the forest and find what's going on with all those spawn that comes from another plane, it seems. And the Watcher sent us to you because she said we are ill-equipped against those creatures. So, do you have anything that could be useful for us?
Okay, well, let's see, she's got some more fodder for the Infernals. Well, if you want to have any chance of doing any damage at all against them, you're gonna need some silver.
All right.
Some silver. Okay.
Can you
How-
coat weapon in silver, or do we
Well,
need?
what was the question? Sorry.
Can we coat weapons in silver, or do we need a silver weapon?
Well, you'll need some silver weapons, I'm afraid. Not a good idea to coat iron with silver, as far as I know. Maybe a more skilled smith than me could do it, but my wares could certainly get you by.
How much would general like a range of silver weapons be?
Well, I've got a lot of them that I've already crafted, ready to go. What in particular are you looking for?
Crossbow
Some bolts.
bolts. Yes.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I wouldn't mind a great axe.
Yeah. Give me a second to get some prices.
A great sword or a long sword would be quite useful for me.
All right. Well, so the great axe is going to be about 30 gold. It's not particularly expensive. Long sword, you said?
A great
Same thing you've
sword
been
or a
using?
long sword? For
Great sword.
interest.
Which one?
What's
He's got
the
both.
price for either?
Oh, here we
I
go.
would prefer a great sword, but I imagine it's going to be more expensive.
All right. Well, the silver great sword. Sorry, I'm looking here. I'll tell you what, guys. Let's go with the standard cost of those weapons. Because they're not like any different really than the ones you have. But they would work for. Where are they? I'll find this table. If you want to look up just what they cost, oh, here we go. What did I say for Great Axe? Great Axe was 30 gold. A Great Sword is 50. A Long Sword is actually 15, so a lot less. Crossbow bolts.
It says 5 silver, I think.
For how much?
That's what it says in D&D Beyond, like in the thing to look
Where
up
did this
items.
come from? I
It says
see one.
0.05 GP. That's 5 silver, right?
Yeah,
That's
should
copper,
be.
actually.
Let's just go with one gold piece for 20.
Okay.
How many do you have for silver crossbow bolts?
He's got a whole barrel full of them.
Okay, then I'll get
So as many as you want.
I'll get like 40.
Do you have any magic item, magic weapons, armor, or something?
He does not. I'm afraid I'm not much of an enchanter. Just a young smith trying to perfect my craft.
That's a good point, though. For those of us with more arcane inclinations, would you happen to know what type of magic might be useful against these infernals? Could you recommend a colleague, perhaps?
Oh, well, I know of a couple of the knights. They've fought before, and depends on what you're fighting, really. But I'd say most of them, don't have a whole lot of. Well, it's real hard to fight them with fire, if you know what I mean.
Gotcha.
Let's
Thanks.
see. There are a lot of different resistances to various devils and demons and fiends, so it's really just going to be a as you go kind of thing.
Yeah, okay.
Huh.
Did he mention the prices for the swords?
Yeah. Sorry, I thought you heard me. The long sword was 15 gold, and the great sword was 50.
I'll try to convince him to make us a good price since we buy in bulk.
All right, roll for it.
And we will try to help his fellow knights. So
Wait, hold on.
I'll guide myself.
Go for it.
So it's 19 plus 2d4. So it's 21.
Oh, snake eyes. 21. Okay, so actually, someone just pointed out to me that there is a cost of silvered weapons in the player's handbook, and it's normally 100 gold. So what I'm going to say is that with that rule, Yarrick, you're able to kind of convince him that, hey, we're going to do some good. why don't you give us these for the normal prices of your weapons? Does that seem fair?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, just whatever the normal price is for said weapon. Go ahead and deduct that from whatever, unless somebody does not want Tristan to be able to fight anyone.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
someone,
Tristan,
I am.
what do you wield?
I think, given those prices, a longsword would be more than good enough.
Okay, a longsword it is. How much was the longsword?
15 gold.
Add 15 gold to your dead.
Oh, are you loaning rather than gifting the sword? I thought it would be useful to have me armed.
Well, you're not gonna need the sword for that long. Probably.
Well, you could buy the sword for yourself and lend it to me.
Add 15 gold to your dead.
You could borrow my silver mace I just bought if you want.
Do you
Sure.
want this sword or do you not want this sword?
I could fight defensively.
Are you taking the sword?
I have accumulated quite enough debt.
She's gonna like groan and just like, okay, just take the sword.
Tristan smiles and takes the sword.
Do you want some? Oh, I'm
Tristan,
sorry.
why don't you sell some
No, after
stuff
you.
to help with your debt?
Well, you see, he's so poor he doesn't have anything to sell.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Nothing I care to
These
sell at the
jungles.
moment.
Tristan, do you want like some bolts as well? I think you had a crossbow, didn't you? That you use sometimes.
I have a crossbow. It hasn't proved very effective. I think
Haven't
all the
proved
bolts
very
would be
effective.
more useful in your hands, to be perfectly honest.
All right, just let me know if you want them. I'll let them go for the cheap price of 1 gold per bolt.
You of all
Hey.
people know I do not have 1 gold.
Should really start working on that gold, Tristan. See, Ren is working on her gold.
You really
there is
can't
much
afford
I
the
could
sword?
learn from her, yes, I suppose. I have not a copper to my name and some amount of debt.
How are
At the
you
moment.
going to run a keep with no gold?
We
I'll
will get
lend you
some gold.
I'll lend you the sword, but it's just because it's a really good price, and probably I will probably be able to sell it for the same amount.
Yeah, Rick,
Eventually.
I already gave him a sword.
Yeah, okay, you
I
already gave me the sword.
already like bluffed I into gifting me a sword.
Mostly because she wants this over with and go to the woods.
Let's go.
I
Let's go buy
know.
some arcanic things then.
So this blacksmith is actually listening to you guys argue about gold, and he chimes in with, "Well, I suppose you don't know about the standing bounty on any kind of demons or devils. If you bring back the ears of whatever you kill, if you kill anything, they will pay you 10 gold per ear."
Per year?
Oh shit.
Nice.
Do you
It's
really
not a
need
lot.
your ears, Tristan?
I believe they said demons or devils.
Um,
Close enough.
So as you guys are wrapping up, it is like dusk at this point. You guys have kind of spent a lot of your day traveling to and from. Now leaving Neverwinter, getting stopped, heading to Helm's Hold, talking to the Watcher. Now arguing with the blacksmith about pricing. Do you guys want to venture into the forest at night, or do you want to stop here for the evening?
We could stop here, or we could camp next to the forest.
Typically, I would go through the forest at night without the second thought, but with the infernals in there,
But can
I'm
we?
in
Is
a
there
bit of
maybe
hurry,
a
but
magic shop somewhere? Magic items or something?
I mean, if Tristan
Probably not.
glows, I'm sure we'll be fine.
I don't want to stay inside the walls.
Okay, listen. Let's go to the edge of the forest. let's take a stop there with my tiny hut, and tomorrow morning at dawn, let's venture in the forest. What do you think?
Sounds
Sounds
good to
good
me.
to
Okay,
me.
that's
let's
acceptable.
let's get out of here where Andrew will be comfortable.
Okay. So we're heading to the edge of the forest.
Yep.
All right. So on the way there, you guys are stopped again by another party of knights. But your letter from the Watcher quickly gets you through.
Do they keep the letter or hand it back?
They hand it back.
And it's opened now, right?
It is opened.
Ren's gonna like nudge Eye and say, could I take a look at that, please?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let me come up with something that it says real quick.
I'll take a good look at it too.
Is it signed?
Yes.
Sweet.
Oh, do you have like a heat
Forgery.
thing?
Oh
Yeah.
man.
I cast minor illusion to create another signature on the on the paper. Is that what you're thinking about, Ren?
What? I don't know what you're talking about. No, but like out
I'm
of
starting to
character.
know you.
Out of character, every time we get given the letter, like I know we've been given a couple by Leosin and stuff, I try to hoard it in case we need to fake some signatures at a later date.
Nice.
Very clever.
All right then.
I will camp.
Impersonating a knight, I could not possibly approve of this. Please take a good look, Ren.
I am Knight Twilight Bottle.
I'm sending you what it says. Not
It
that
would
it
be
really
Sir
matters, but
Twilight Bottle, but
What
Sir,
if we all just
you'll
start
call
going?
me sir.
What if we all start going by nights? Just like,
well, to
how do you feel
be,
about that, Tristan?
I mean, that seems like a downgrade, aren't you, Lady Eye of Keldal and Lady Ren of Keldal and Lord Twilight Bottle of Keldal
Are we?
and Lord Entry of Keldal, I suppose.
I like the title
Oh, great.
Overlord Ren, personally, just a little bit better. So you know.
That might be a harder sell.
Alright. Overseer. Just,
I don't
Oh,
imagine.
Darn. I forgot something in the city.
what'd you
All right.
forget?
Should have bought beer.
Did you try? Would you
I
have tried?
forgot.
Wait,
As
no,
a
you
town
know
of
what we can
knights,
do?
they are probably.
You know what we can do, Yarek? If you really want beer, we'll have the decanter of endless water and we'll have Andri, who can make things taste however he wants.
Yeah, I can make water taste like beer too, but
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's not the same thing. I know it's
Yeah,
not
you need
beer.
that-
It's
You
not
need
as
that
good.
bright yellow color, you know,
That's
or else it just
sweet.
hits different.
Sweet non-alcoholic beer, everyone's favorite.
I used to like
It's just
non-alcoholic beer.
decanter of endless O'Douls.
Anyway, I'll do the tiny hut now, so we can rest.
Okay.
Alright.
All right, so you guys managed to get in a long rest. Do you
I'll
make
do my good
the
berries before.
Do you make the hut? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, can you see out of it? I forget.
Yeah.
Or is it
No, you can
We can
see it.
we can see outside, and
But
the
they
opposite
can't-
is not true.
Yeah, they can't see,
Okay.
and we can. It's like a one-way glass.
So you see throughout the night, parties of knights kind of roving back and forth.
I see nothing. I'm sleeping.
Well, if you were awake, you would have seen it.
Yeah, I stays up a little bit. She can't sleep properly.
Tristan stays up just the tiniest bit, examining the silver sword.
Hey, Tristan.
Yes.
So, like, I know you killed that cultist. You know you killed that cultist. I kinda know you probably killed somebody else at this point. You know you killed somebody else by this point. But, like, in the village, can you do me a giant favor and not kill anybody?
If we're attacked by cultists or
No, like, cultists are fine, but, like, villagers. Because I will
I-
kill you if you hurt somebody.
I assure you, I do not intend to kill anyone in the village.
I'm
And
just putting
I
that
don't know
out
what
there.
yours.
That if somebody goes missing, I will kill you.
Threat received and entirely understood.
Okay, good.
Got back just in time to hear I threatening Tristan.
Well, you need not worry. Is there anything else I should know about the village? About what we might be going into? Apparently, demons and devils are new, but
Yeah, demons and devils are new. They haven't been there when I was there last. So I honestly, there's nothing special about the village. That's the thing. It's the forest.
Are we
And the-
actually intending on going back to Helms?
I would prefer to, like, if we can, I would like to go back and like tell them like, hey, blah blah blah, everything. Like, it's
We should-
not gonna hurt us to tell them information. Might even help.
But we'll be so close to a door to the Fae. And that's like why we're coming here, right?
I mean, if we go missing to the Fae for a few days, they're just gonna assume us dead, and then we come out and like, oh, here is what happened. We got accidentally dropped into the Fae.
But either
Make-
way, once we're back in the material plane, we
Yeah,
should.
I think we
pay
should
them a
tell them
visit.
what's happening.
Oh, that's fine.
I don't think we want to be chased by the Knights of Helm for the rest of our lives.
That's not a good way to spend your life.
Somebody
Agreed.
give me a trying to decide. Somebody give me a
Any thoughts on spending your life running away, Ren? Sorry, I
You're
went
fine.
to check.
I'm trying to decide what check it would be. Like I think it would be history. I'm torn between Arcana and Nature. Someone give me one of those checks. I don't care which one.
Arcana.
Arcana or Nature, not history.
Yeah, one of those two.
Okay.
Damn,
Well, you were the best person to try to do it.
probably. I mean, anybody wants
I
to
think
keep
even
it?
with that, you would know that at least from legends, time does not pass the same in the Feywild. So while you might be there for a day or two, in your mind, it could be years. It could be seconds.
Maybe we can have Ren send a message being like, hey, like, we're kind of going to the Feywild real quick. It's very important. We will come back, and here's what we found so far, and we will check in with you once we're back in the material plane, you know?
We should probably try to at least find their scouts before heading to the
Yes.
Feywild.
Yes.
If
We
they
should
can go back
probably-
and put in a good word for us.
Yeah, we should
then
probably
it might
figure
be
something
good
out
to wait.
before heading to the
And
Feywild.
kill a demon or two. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
And I'm sleeping still. Never mind.
I'm all for killing demons.
I just worry that we've already wasted too much time.
Well,
But I trust you guys. I trust you.
either way, we have to go in. We're gonna find something out. We might as well tell them what we found out through a message, not through returning to him. But I would like to return to them once we're back in the material plane.
Agreed.
That makes sense.
Anybody got anything else?
No.
Someone can help me put on my armor.
Short arms.
It's like the middle of the night, Eric.
Uh,
Do you want to sleep in your armor, or
I'll go back to bed. I was dreaming. I was dreaming we were getting up. I go back to bed.
No, I was assuming this conversation was happening like in the middle of the night when both of them can't fucking sleep. For different
I'm
reasons,
sorry.
probably.
I missed that. I thought this was all before.
Someone. So you woke up Yarrick, but he was confused. He goes back to bed.
I mean, that's what I was imagining, at least.
I missed
it-
the setup, so
If it doesn't look like he's gonna share anything else, then Tristan will start taking off his armor and preparing to sleep.
Yeah, she'll go to sleep at some point too.
Okay. Anybody else got anything they want to discuss with anyone else? Or with themselves?
Tyrion snores.
Kieran's just
Ren
like
covers-
hugging his new axe, like new toy.
Ren covers her head with her pillow, trying to block out like the multiple people snoring.
Yeah, Rick doesn't snore as hard as Curran though.
I probably snores, but it's like that little whistling snore.
I have like a whole orchestra going on in here.
Great flavor.
Little buzzing.
World building, character building.
All right. Well, the night passes pretty uneventfully. Now, if while you were awake and discussing, you do see the Knights of Helm kind of roaming back and forth across the horizon at points. Basically, what you can glean from that is that they are just heavily patrolling the border of the forest. Almost like they're worried about something. But you wake up again. You know, they know you're there now, but they are allowing you passage. It's a quiet morning. Not much in the way of movement from the forest around you, and you guys begin to move into the forest. You know the path very well. Having grown up in this forest, you would know it better than anyone else. It is not hard to pick up the road to Wood Whisper, and before long, you find yourself on the outskirts of the village. Where do you go first?
I mean, how are things looking? Like, does it look
Wood-
like people are about? Like,
No, it does not.
is it quiet? Like, like I'm trying to say, like, is the atmosphere how I would expect it to be, or like weird?
It is not like you remember at all. Remind me again how long it's been since you've been here?
So I was thinking that they visited like every other month. So it's been about
Half a year, something like that.
how long have we been traveling?
About a month and a half.
So it would have been about 4 months since she last was in Wood
Okay.
Whisper.
Somewhere between 4 and 5 months.
Yes.
Okay. So in short, no. It looks very quickly at first glance like things have changed for the worse in Wood Whisper quite quickly. There are not nearly as many people as you remember, especially in the early hours of the morning when most people would be like working in their gardens
Hmm.
or working around the village, kind of doing their daily chores, daily just tasks of basic survival. There are a few people that you notice, and they notice you, and I want you to tell me too. I was not really accepted, right, when she was in Wood Whisper.
she
Like you had your
wasn't-
friends, but
Yeah, she wasn't like
she wasn't an outcast. But
yeah, she was like an outcast, but she was like that weird kid who nobody really like talked to.
sure. So the few people that remain treat you the same. They actually almost immediately recognize you, and you can see it as they notice you. But most of them just really kind of ignore you. There's not any like warm, friendly feelings coming from the people that are still here. Wood Whisper has definitely seen better days. It's not immediately apparent why, but a lot of missing faces.
She'll head straight for her parents' house.
Okay. So as you get there, most of the homes have some smoke coming from chimneys and things like that. Your parents' home is silent.
This is where you grew up?
Yeah, I'm gonna knock on the door. Mom? Dad?
No answer.
Is the door like locked?
It's shut. Yeah, we'll say it's locked, but I mean, you would have a key to it.
Yeah, well, yeah, probably should probably keep that. Unless, well, I don't know if she would have the key to it after everything that happened.
Sure. I
So,
will. I'll tell you what. You would know where they would hide a key.
okay,
Let's put
yeah,
it that
that
way.
makes sense. Yeah, I'll go find the key and like open up the
Okay.
door. Like, hey, it's me. Is anybody home?
Silence.
I'll walk. It's like a one-room house, basically. I'll look around. Is there anybody? Like, what does it look like?
Looks like nobody has been here for quite some time.
I'll
If
head.
you want, you can make an investigation check, and I'm depending on it.
That's
okay.
strange. Means looks like nobody's been here for a while.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see the 18.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
I
Andrew.
just
I was
ran
gonna
it.
say, Andrew just kind of flits about the place, looking at all of I's family's stuff.
Yeah, it's a simple little
It's
home.
really small.
It's small, but it's warm and it's cozy, and it looks like it was a place of love. They didn't have a lot, but what they did have was cared for greatly. With that particular investigation roll, you could probably surmise that, judging by the state of things and the amount of dust and things that have settled, nobody's been here for several weeks. And you spot a folded letter sitting on the fireplace mantle.
I'll go
And it's
look at it.
got your name on it.
Okay, I'll open it.
Yeah, I'm sending it to you. Give me 1 second.
Any chance that they left looking for you?
Yes, they did. They're in their 60s. Why did they go looking for me?
Does it say where they went?
No. Fuck.
Shit.
Okay,
Does it say anything that
Maybe-
can be of help locating them?
I stuff the letter into my pocket and just head out straight to the Evergreens house. That's
Okay.
Portia's house.
You cannot send them a message, Ren, right?
No, she hasn't
Shoot.
seen
No.
them.
I have to have
Huh.
met them. We could ask around the village, maybe. Oh,
Yeah,
people in the
eyes-
village seem really rude.
Eyes is already out and heading to the
Yeah, I
Evergreen
stormed
house.
out and we follow, I think. At least Tristan does.
Sure. Okay, so you go to the Evergreens house. Is that what you said?
Yes, I think that
Okay.
was the closest one. I'm not 100% sure. Let me check real
Yeah, and I'm sorry, if you have the map, I'm
Yeah,
can
I
put
can-
it in, but it
I can
wasn't.
It was probably too big. I made it a little
Yeah,
too
I
big.
think it was.
I should have compressed it, but I can send the map in the chat real quick
Sure.
so people can see what I'm actually working with here. That I prepared a little bit, and I was really excited about this. I can actually try to compress it real quick.
Yeah, it's fine.
But yeah, I head out
Let's
to
see.
the Evergreen house was. Let me check real quick.
Oh my gosh, this is huge.
Documents. Sorry.
Even the original is not that bad, but you could load it on Roll20, no problem.
I meant not like the image size, but like.
Yeah, I'll real quick. I'll resize it real quick.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, it's a tiny town, but it's a large battle map.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
referring to. Yeah. This is cool. You made this?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, super cool.
8.
I recognize some of the
megabytes
assets.
Should be much
I
better.
think it's got to be under 5 to upload it.
Should it be under 5?
Is it 5 or 10 for Roll20? I don't remember.
I think it was 10. I'll send with the one with the 5.
I meant to ask you about this yesterday, and I slipped my mind.
Hendry is not gonna follow everybody, and he's gonna look for this famous Cabbage Patch.
Okay.
I's family.
It's really funny because I specifically mentioned in my backstory something, so good luck finding the Cabbage Patch.
Indri, I want you to roll me an investigation check.
Auto, let me see here. I have specific house numbers for each of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what the second map was for.
Let's see here.
I sent you, the first map I just sent you is the one compressed to 8 megabytes.
Okay. Let me see if I can get it to upload.
The second one is the one with the numbers, and
Oh, I'm so whispering.
Oh. I see you, Tristan, popping up on the map there. Let me see if I can get it to upload. I'll drop it on a... Now we keep doing this.
I did tell Andrew that her parents at least said that they found her in a Cabbage Patch. So that's
yeah, she kind of joked about it.
Which number is yours? Hi.
Hammerforge 9.
Ah, thank you.
And if the diagram I sent, that the house numbers, house 4, house 3, stuff like that, that's the house numbers.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I remember you sending me that, but I couldn't zoom in for some reason on that.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was.
You have to actually open it with the tree diagram thing.
Right. What wonderful art someone's adding to.
Lattice, I'm trying to find them right now real quick. Lattice,
What's the size of the map?
the size
You
of
remember?
the size of the map right now is 1,750 pixels by 1,750 pixels. How
Do you
big is
know how many squares there are?
100?
Thank you.
It might be a little too big, but I didn't want to feel cluttered, you know?
Yeah, no, you're fine. I think I can make it work.
if you can change the scaling a little bit and set it to 50 and put your square size as 0.5.
I think it's gonna work.
The
The way it is.
Roll20 should have a thing that you can set the square size for.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
select
it's-
3 squares, I think it will automatically select your square size for you.
Okay. Let me move you guys over here.
Trying to find lattice real quick.
Let me
Oh,
get your
sure.
tokens. All right.
There we go.
I am going to just drop you.
Just drop us next to Ice House if that's possible.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Yeah, it's like a 1-bedroom house plus Ice little room there.
Little cot. Very cozy.
It
Okay,
actually
there-
has like dynamic lighting and shit for Dungeon Forge.
Really? Oh man, that's awesome.
Because I was like,
Um,
I'm just
okay.
gonna have fun with it. So yeah.
So I don't have a token for him, but as you are kind of coming out, you do spot a familiar face across the little courtyard here. Otto Shasto is sitting on like in front of his house in a chair, just kind of watching you guys at the moment. But you're heading to the Evergreens
Yeah. That's
here, right?
I just sent you the numbers. Fuck.
Yeah,
It's
7, right? Yeah.
right here. No.
Oh, sorry. 11.
This is Otto.
I had those backwards. Yeah.
And this
Otto's
is...
So you don't see Otto.
Yeah.
But over here is the Evergreens. Are you just investigating that as well? Are you?
I'm
in?
just knocking on the door,
Sure.
seeing if anybody's home.
Nope. No answer.
Fuck. The next one I'm checking is Chevali's. That's down across the river.
Looking for it. Okay.
I think that's down across the river. Hold on. 18. It's this one. It's really small.
Right. Shoot me a quick description of who that is. Oh, sorry. I didn't remember the last name. Also empty.
Okay, then I'm fighting the first person around here and like just anybody who is still here that I see.
Sure. So yeah, I mean there are a few people milling around. Mixture of probably human and wood elf.
Yeah, most of the people in the having to check us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Most of the people in the village are human. There are a couple elves.
Okay.
And like a couple halflings. So if you want to pick out the names from the thing I sent you.
Oh, let me find it.
Export as PNG maybe?
It's somewhere up here.
Download.
Yeah, for whatever reason it doesn't let me.
If you... Here, I export as a PNG, it should be able to like... If you open original, it should let you zoom in.
Yeah, I'm trying to open it with that diagrams thing, but it's not. Yeah, it's not opening.
Okay.
Let me see.
I sent you a PNG.
Let's see.
I is running around and I'm just imagining I running around and like everybody else just sitting in the courtyard like looking at her.
Yeah, Tristan is following around, but not like going into all these houses.
Sure. Yeah, people live in the village, so it'd be weird to just like bust down the door and like, hey, you got any cool shit in here?
I didn't mean it like that, but like even if I
Yeah.
Where's that?
Continue. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, there's like ages and relations and
Yeah.
races. I was gonna go all out and make like art breeder pictures of them, but then I was like, they're gonna be here for like maybe a session.
Yeah, you're good. Okay, so the first people that you run into are the Flog Blossom, the father in that family. Let's see. Okay, so what do you ask him?
Hi, Zainer, Mr. Flog Blossom. It's been a while. I'm sorry to distract you from whatever you're doing right now. Have you seen my parents? Or like Lattice or like Portia? I heard they were back in the village.
Well,
Well, your parents haven't been here in quite some time. They left a couple months ago, said they were going to find you.
Okay, what about Portia and Lattice by any chance? Seen them?
I've seen them around. They haven't really come back as far as I know. They stay a night here and there, but they were here, I don't know, probably within the last week or so, but left and looked like they were going deeper into the forest.
Can you repeat that? You cut out a little.
Oh, it looked like they were going a little bit deeper into the forest.
Into the forest? Okay. Which direction? Like, were they going to the Whispering Patch by any chance?
Well, I couldn't tell you. They left probably northeast. No, I'm sorry, northwest.
Northwest. Northwest.
Northwest.
Northwest.
Northwest.
Is that direction. Okay. All right.
Here.
Thank you. Also,
Let's see.
we heard there have been strange happenings around the forest. What's that about?
There's always strange happenings around here, but you know that. You grew up here.
But like new strange happenings.
Been a few disappearances, I guess. A few more people leaving. Probably want to talk to that crazy elf up there if you
Oh, you mean Otto?
want to ask questions about that. Yeah, of course I mean Otto.
Okay. I'll ask Otto what's happening. He might know stuff. He always seems to
Yeah,
know
he's-
stuff.
He seems to give a damn about that kind of thing. The rest of us just want to get by out here. You know how it is.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'll
of course.
leave you be to whatever you're doing right now. I don't know. I'll head to Otto's house.
Okay.
Hey, hi.
Yes?
Is there a tavern in your village?
No.
Ah,
We
darn.
just gathered together around like those of them who wanted to gathered together in this little square here and just partied there if we had a party. Which was
Oh, this
not
is-
that often.
Let's bring back like flashbacks from high school because that's what everybody did. Just went out
Yeah,
in
you
the
just
woods and partied.
gathered in the woods, partied. We the kids would used to go to the Whispering Patch, but adults kind of didn't like that.
What's the Whispering Patch?
Oh, it's just like a little open patch in the woods. Just like a open area, like a little where there are no trees like thing. And we just go there because it was really pretty there. And the adults forbid us to go there, so obviously we went there, you know.
Oh, why was it forbidden?
I never really asked. They were just like, don't go there. And we were like, okay, Mom. And we went.
Yeah, no, that's understandable.
Okay, yes, I'm gonna go find Otto.
Did you? I'm sorry. Did you actually go into Evergreen's house?
No, I just knocked. Was the door locked?
No. I'll say it was not.
Oh, then I noticing that the door is not actually locked as I pass by, I'm gonna be like, just kind of open it a little bit and see what's inside.
Okay. It's pretty much empty. So not at all like you remember it. There is a bedroll, two actually in the house, and a table with a couple chairs, and that is it. The only thing that you spot out of the ordinary, it's not even a decoration, but there is a small coin sitting on the table. Let me see if I have a picture of it. I don't know if I do or not. It is, I don't, but it's just a small black disc, and around the edges of it is a purple line. And that is the only thing outside of just absolute basic sustenance that there is in this house right now.
I'm gonna call out real quickly. Is anybody home? Make sure
No
that
answer.
nobody. I'm coming in. I'm sorry. I'm just checking up on you. I'm gonna come in to look at the coin because it's fucking
Sure.
weird to just have a coin sitting in the middle of the table for no reason. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm just gonna look at it real quick.
Sure.
Does it seem suspicious?
The coin itself does not. No.
I'm gonna poke it. With a
Other
dagger.
than that, it is the only thing in the room. No.
I'm gonna poke it with a dagger. Have I ever seen this thing before?
No, you've never seen it, but as you look at it, there is an air of like familiarity kind of crossing your mind.
Squinted it harder.
You do what? Sorry.
I squinted it harder.
Why don't you give me a religion check?
It's not the right page. Religion. Yeah, when it matters, I can't fucking roll.
No. It looks like it's on the tip of your tongue, almost like you feel like you should know it, but you don't.
What's the problem, I?
So, does this coin remind you of anything by any chance?
Let me check.
Yarrick, if you roll religion, you would do so at disadvantage for this. You would not have any reason at all
Yeah.
to know this.
Okay.
No idea.
Hey guys, can you come in here real
Yeah.
quick? Not in there.
Sure.
We're not in there. We're over here now.
Oh, where?
We're over here now.
Yeah. So
Yeah, what's up?
See this coin? Anybody?
Ooh.
Don't ooh at it.
It's pretty.
It is pretty. But anybody? It seems really familiar, but I can't figure out why.
Would any of us besides I have a reason to know what this is?
Do you need some guidance, I? I can guide you. Guide your
Most
thoughts?
likely no.
Could I?
I'll try
roll
guiding your thoughts.
again
Think about it.
with guidance, but at a higher DC.
Probably impossible at a higher
Okay.
DC, but sure, you can try.
Hey, you can
Oh,
do it.
Okay.
Wait a second. You can do it. Convinced you can do it.
Let's see.
spending your bardic inspiration. Okay.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Was it the 8?
It was like a really high DC.
The DC is
It was a
30.
high DC to start with,
Oh,
but
okay.
But
makes
you can
sense.
add a D8 if you want to.
No, it's not gonna do anything.
yeah, it's not going to happen.
Okay.
Okay. Do you like pocket it or?
Yeah, I'm gonna pocket it for now.
Okay. That's the only other thing in here. So, other
You
than
keep
chairs,
the
table, and
bardic
bedroll.
Does anybody
You
have
get-
any paper?
Yeah, I got some. And a quill and some ink.
I'm gonna write a quick letter that I was here. I'm looking for both Portia, Lattice, and my parent, for all 3 of them, 4 of them. And if
Okay.
they come back, then I will be back at some point in the next week. If they could just give a notice where they're going next, that would be very nice to like
Sure.
Otto or somebody who is around. And I'm gonna head to Otto's house real quick.
Okay. Otto is sitting outside in a chair, drinking some kind of tea, steaming hot.
Hi, Otto. It's been a
Yes.
bit. Oh, Jesus. It's been a bit.
He's squinting at you really hard, and he's
Hi.
oh
I,
yeah, little eye. You're back, huh?
Yeah, for a little bit. Do you know where everybody, like my parents and stuff, is?
They didn't. They're not dead. I assumed they were dead. Ah,
I hope not.
Well, they haven't been here in a couple months.
Months?
Weeks? I don't know. Something like that. They've been gone a little while. I know that much. That they went looking for you.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's been a month, and a half, and a bit more. What about Portia and Lattice? Have they talked to you about anything at all?
Portia and Lattice. Well, they came around asking a little bit about some elven ruins off in the forest. They thought I might know something about it, but much like everyone else who's ever gone looking for them, I have not been able to ever find those ruins.
Oh, okay. Did they say why they were looking for those?
They did not. But I assume it has something to do with the rumored gateway to the Fae, like everyone else who's ever gone there.
Why would they go there?
I didn't ask.
That's fair, you didn't ask. What about their parents? Where are they?
Couldn't tell you. They left along with everyone else that's gone in the past couple months since all these strange happenings have been going on in the woods. Feels a little bit safer to leave right now, but I won't. I won't do it.
Maybe you should.
No, I'm fine. Lived here my whole life almost. I'm not gonna leave now.
You lived here like 40 years.
Well, close enough to my whole life.
Okay, Otto.
How old is he actually? Forgot.
He's
Did
like,
you tell me?
I did. First of all, Otto was a she, second of all, she was 203 years old for an
Oh,
elf.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine, you can change that.
My bad. I assumed Otto was a guy.
Yeah, she was like a young elf lady.
Alright, so we're gonna retcon everything that just happened.
No, it's fine. I like this more, actually.
Okay. How old again?
Like 203, which is pretty young for an elf, I think.
Yeah, relatively.
But you can
So-
change that. It's fine. He can be like thousands
No,
of years
well-
old at this point.
Really more like senile is kind of what I'm going for here, more
Because-
than anything else.
My idea was that she was like this young researcher who really wanted to write a really good dissertation. And that's why she came here, because she was like, this is where people haven't been looking, and I'm gonna look here and I'm gonna find something.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
I'm so embarrassed right now.
I didn't give you that much information on the actual people, so
Yeah, I'm looking back to see. Did I really overlook this that much?
no, I didn't. The only thing it was like in the diagram that you weren't able to open, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
that's where the age and the gender and stuff were in.
okay.
So you
yeah,
didn't
I
over.
totally
I
did
didn't.
get that.
I didn't tell you
Um,
that, so it's fine. He can be an
Okay.
old senile dude who
That's
also believes
okay,
in the same.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. Sorry, I lost my train of thought like entirely based on that.
I'm sorry.
Instead of young researcher, is a professor emeritus.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm going for here. Who's well past his prime, apparently. Much like my own mind at the moment.
It's fine.
Okay. So yeah, he tells you basically that they came through and asked him about these elven ruins, which go by the name of Sharandar, which are deep in the woods and kind of like a rumored lost city, almost like an El Dorado kind of situation. Which you might have known he was there to like search for at some point, and it's a reason a lot of people come through these woods.
Honestly, I probably never really asked what he was doing there. She just kind of
Sure.
assumed that he was like doing some magic shit. Cause
Very interested in any Fae phenomenon,
She-
but a lot of it is like related to those ruins.
her parents just told her to keep away from him because he was kind of creepy, for their opinion. So yeah, she never really interacted with him much before. She like interacted with him, but like not like in a friend in a friendship
sure.
way. Yeah. All right. I'll guess I'll. How are things around here in general?
I'm sorry, I've like lost his character entirely in my head now.
I'm sorry. He was
No,
an
you're
old
fine.
senile professor.
Yep. Well, a lot of people have left. Assume a lot of them are probably not going to return. So things are a lot quieter than they were.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah. It's the way these small towns go sometimes, but
Well, all right. I'll see what's happening around. She'll turn to the rest of the party. Well, this was not the homecoming I was hoping for.
Did
Well, at least you have a homecoming.
Oh,
If it
Anyway,
I mean,
if
Uh,
it
it's not
helps,
that,
I cannot.
So,
Never mind.
shall
What
we
were you
try
saying,
to
Indri?
find your parents?
did somebody say
Is it-
something?
Indri was saying something.
Entry?
I got two questions. First,
Yes.
Cabbage Patch question mark. I rolled an investigation some time ago.
What was it? I'm sorry, I didn't see it.
18.
Okay. So with that, there is absolutely no sign of a cabbage patch, and I'll even give you this: it's pretty apparent that cabbage probably wouldn't even grow in the soil here. It's too shady for it.
Sure. And then my second real question.
Sure.
Based off the name of the El Dorado city, which I could not tell you if I had that in my head right now, could I make a history check to see if there is a Fey reflection of it in the Feywilds?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sounds familiar.
I think I've heard of that place before, but I don't remember where everybody.
Isn't it a little weird that nobody in this village really knows where anybody else is? Like, people go missing and people leave, and everybody's just kind of okay
Well-
with it. Is that normal around here?
Kinda. People. My family was never really that close to the rest of the village. Ever since I was around, I guess. The village itself it's a small village. Most of the people here are here because they lived here for long enough. The youngings mostly leave, so it's not that surprising. They probably assumed they were going for better places.
I
Otto-
see.
Otto is listening to this, and I want to ask you,
Yes.
how forthright with their history were your parents?
Like the history of the
Like, did they ever-
village?
Did they ever tell you like why they came here?
No. They just said that they lived here. And she never really asked either. She wasn't exactly. In her younger years, was never curious about the village itself in terms of like other people. She was a little girl with big plans, sort of speaking. She had ideas and yeah, basically like that.
Yeah.
She
So
never
Otto is listening to you. I'm assuming you guys are still having this conversation, like basically within earshot.
yeah,
of him.
probably trying to figure
Him
out
slash
what to do.
her, whatever we decide
Them.
here. Yeah.
Androgynous old person.
Yes. So here's you talking about your parents and like how they just had always lived here.
and chimes in with like, "Your parents didn't always live here."
Really?
Yeah, they showed up with you.
They showed up with me?
Yeah, they maybe stopped here a few nights before that, but pretty sure they were adventurers.
My old folks? Adventurers? No way.
That's why most people come here, is that city, the ruins. And I'm pretty sure they were here for that. Up until they had you. And no offense, but I think they probably found you rather than had you.
Well, yeah, that's kind of obvious, but
Sure.
Why you say that?
my
She has hooves, Yarrick. Have you not noticed?
Really?
Yeah. I mean, didn't want to say anything. It's none of my business what people do with their feet, but yeah.
That's so cool.
my parents are human.
That's weird.
Oh my god, your parents were baby stealing adventurers.
They were baby stealing adventurers? Was I
Maybe they-
stolen?
Doubtful, but they didn't seem like the kidnapping type. But yeah, I assumed that they were here for the city.
Okay,
Sorry,
okay,
the
so-
ruins of the city, rather than anything else. But they certainly didn't grow up here.
I should have really asked my parents more questions.
Yeah, well,
I never
always kind of
really-
assumed they live a very adventurous life before they settled in with you.
I never really thought about it.
Why would
They
they
would-
raise you here, though?
I don't know. You know, that's something I did think about before. Why did we live here and not in Neverwinter, which was like super close?
Yeah,
kind of
weird
upset
place
about it.
for the adventuring type to settle down.
I like this place better. I can see why.
Maybe it was the fresh air.
So
Okay.
should we go check the Whispering Patch for your friends?
Yes. That's not where the ruins are, though. I don't know where the ruins are.
Well, if you knew that, you'd be quite rich, I'm afraid.
Wait, Rich? Is there money in these ruins? This is
Yes.
very
It's
important.
lost.
People.
It's a lost elven city. What do you think?
Oh my god. Why did you not tell us this before? We have to go there right now.
Well, it looks like we're going there, or trying to go there, because everybody else who I'm trying to find apparently went there.
To
They're
the
gonna find the
ruins?
treasure first. Shit.
I'm
By
sorry,
the
did some-
treasure, you mean her parents, right?
Yes, the true treasure is, of course, the friends we make along the way.
Sorry, I do want to clarify real quick. In
There's
case,
two places.
well, the ruins themselves is where Otto thinks that Portia and Lettice went.
Mm-hmm.
Your parents are looking for you, so you don't have
Yeah,
a clue where
We
they
don't
went.
know where they are.
Other
but-
than probably starting in Neverwinter, where they knew you were.
But Portia and Lattice might know something.
Maybe. Did somebody mention the Whisperwood? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah,
Blah, blah, blah.
asked if we
Not
should
the
go
Whisperwood.
there. Whispering
Patch.
Patch.
Yes, Whispering Patch.
I sent you some information. I don't know if you saw the little.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool.
Otto would also recommend caution around there. For whatever reason, the forest seems sick.
Well,
Something isn't right, and it seems to be stronger near the patch.
Well,
Right.
we're not kids anymore, so I guess those rules don't really apply to us.
Well, suit yourself, but just a word of warning.
Probably has to do with the demons.
Oh, for reference, the Whispering Patch was always kind of like off limit to us kids. They never really let us go there, but we still went.
Right, right.
No, I'm just telling the rest of the party.
Oh, sorry.
Was
Yeah,
it
I'm just
any signs that it was actually haunted or just
Oh no, they never told us why.
Haunted by kids.
They just said to not go there. I just assumed they didn't want us out in the woods that far.
Like the assumption, yeah.
Yeah.
Should we start our search there, or just go straight for these mysterious ruins?
Well, nobody knows where the ruins are, so I would start at the patch.
We
And
have
if
3
there's
things to find, and the only one leads. So
yeah,
Is it
So-
far?
the patch. Oh no, it's like about 45 minutes of wood travel.
Sure.
All right then.
Maybe less. Even I don't
Okay.
really know. It always seemed like a very long time when you're a kid.
Well, before we move on, do you guys mind if we take a quick bathroom break?
Sure.
Yes,
Alright,
that's
let's
great.
do that, and we'll reconvene in just a minute.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
AFK.
Cast is just 2 casts.
Oh, okay. I was very confused. I was like, wait.
No, I
Yup,
just
it's a sorcerer now?
I just cast it twice.
So the effect is 10 max HP.
Yep. Actual plus 10 max plus 10 actual and max HP.
Hmm.
It can stacks with temporary HP if you get some.
You guys are a little jumpy, huh? Did I scare you?
Yes.
Well, we're going in the forest. There's demon and everything. Let's be
Okay,
prepared.
can you repeat what you gave us? Because I was
10 max HP
okay.
and
Is
10
that for everybody?
Is that
Yep.
for everybody?
Okay,
And
just
Yep.
want to make sure.
and 10 actual HP. It's 3% per spells, but I don't want to make anyone jealous, so I cast it twice,
Thank you.
so everybody has it.
So it's what, 5 temp?
It's not temporary HP. It's maximum HP.
Oh, right. But I mean,
So you can
You
heal
can
up to
heal.
it.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean like just 5 temp max though.
It's 10 HP.
It's 10.
10. Okay, so that was the real question.
So that's a good upgrade for you, Andrew, probably.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Like, it's a good upgrade for everyone here. Like Tristan and Andrew because they don't have much HP to begin with, and Corinne because every point of HP is doubled for him.
Yeah, that's 20% of my HP at least. It's really good.
That's more than 25%. Almost 30.
Well, it took my highest spell slot. I hope it's worth it. Okay, let's venture into the forest. Let's go, Mom.
So,
Come on, let's find your treasure. I mean, your friends.
all right.
Indeed.
So, what is the actual goal right now? Like, where are we starting?
We're headed to the Whisper Patch
Okay.
to see if that's the only place I can think of because I don't think anybody knows where the actual ruins are.
Right. So, if you were to ask around about the ruins, basically, you would be told that no one has ever successfully found them, most likely due to a series of charms and like magical barriers that are up around it still.
Huh.
So very, very difficult to find. So if anybody has found them, they have not announced it. Whoa,
But we
it is
have a
like
general direction.
Pouring
opposed
rain.
to-
Yeah. So the rumor is, let me put you back on the map. Give me 1 second. So Whisperwood is like somewhere in this area along the river. And they would assume, at least from legends and myths, that Sharandar is somewhere in between the river and the mountains here. But nobody's ever found it. Everybody see it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so if we're going to the Whisper Patch, we're moving through, and the forest is very dense, very thick. But it's a trail that you would know even if you had never really gone there.
Have you gone there?
Yes, we actually that's what I said, like no, it's okay. We went there as kids despite the fact that our parents told us to stay away from it.
Okay.
You know how your parents tell
Yeah.
you don't go there, and we're like, okay, mom.
Oh yeah.
And you still go there.
And you still go there.
Yeah. So it was it was actually a frequent spot specifically by the trio.
Okay. Well, so you're able to make it there pretty quickly. Probably, you said like 45 minutes to an hour, something like that, through the woods. To a relatively clear space. It's still forest. It's still dense, and but it's not quite as overgrown as everything else around it. It's pretty much exactly as you remember it. So kind of a welcome familiarity as opposed to everything else that you've currently experienced, like around your village. Nothing has really changed in this area. But there is the general like health of the forest seems different. It's not incredibly apparent at this particular spot, but you can tell that the forest is sick. Some of the smaller plants are probably dying and show it, but the trees themselves are fine at this point. But it would give you like a general direction to move in order to like track down the source or like the epicenter of everything here. Is there anything particular you are looking for here?
No, just
Seeing if Portia and Gladys were here. Okay. Make an investigation check.
While Ai's looking around, Ren would just concentrate for a few minutes, and I'd like to cast Detect Magic as a ritual, which has a 30-foot radius.
Okay. Go ahead and drop that for me, and I'll circle back around. You can tell that someone has been here for sure. It's been probably several days at this point. But there is like an unmistakable path that has been cut through the grass and the leaves and things like that are laying on the ground. But again, it kind of points towards the northwest. So you're able to kind of pick this trail up, and then it disappears into overgrown brush and heads that direction, but that is really all you can pick up. As you look around, though, you find kind of carved into one of the trees, and something you've never noticed here before. Depiction of the same thing that you found in the Evergreen's house.
Coin?
Very, very small. It's actually carved into one of the trees. Painted black. It's a circle carved into a tree, painted black with a purple outline. And it looks like it's been there for a long time.
Do I remember this being here?
You never noticed it before.
Okay.
Rin. See what you would pick up.
I don't like what's happening here. It's messing with the natural beauty of the plants.
Still really pretty here, though.
I suppose it's a good thing that we left Yartal in Caldel. This gets him off the hook for any suspicions.
I don't know, he might have been useful here, he might have known what's happening.
What's
Hmm.
So, Ren, with your detect magic,
I'm getting a phone call. Bear.
yeah, you're good. There's nothing in particular that gives off like any kind of magical aura, but what you do pick up, and this is not rules as written, but just flavor. There is like just this intense fey magical presence all around you. And it's something that, as like you move around this clearing, you would get that sense everywhere you walk. Every single step you take, even though it's got this specific range on it, you're able to pick up just this aura of magic everywhere you go.
Uh-huh.
As you move closer, like in the direction that, like I said earlier, like the sickness that is taking this force, if you move in the direction that seems to be originating, the Fey presence tends to weaken. Really slightly at first, but the further and further you get towards it, the more noticeable it is.
Okay. Vran will turn to the party and say, I feel... Andre, it feels a lot like your magic, or like that unicorn, very strongly all over these woods. A little weaker in that direction, and she'll point towards the direction of the sickness. Are these Fey woods?
Well, kinda. From what I know, would I know that?
Anywhere that a passage between the two realms might exist, you'll see and feel the overlaying of the Fae and the material upon each other.
Should it be this strong, though? I mean, I assume we're pretty far from wherever the portal might be, right? This is right at the entrance of the woods.
we were closer than we thought?
Maybe.
Anybody
I
else?
have no
Andre?
idea.
It could be that something is pulling the two together, or maybe a door's been held open longer than it's supposed to be. Some doors are always open, and some are only under certain conditions.
I see. Well, either way, it seems like whatever sickness is in these woods is weakening the presence of the Fey magic. Whether that's a good thing or not, I guess we'll find out.
It's definitely not a good thing.
So what do you guys want to do at this point?
Alright, let's head northwest. Is that where?
So
The
there's basically two
weirdness.
possibilities. If there's a problem where there's less Fey magic, so we head there and see what's going on, or we go where there's more Fey magic and maybe there's a way to the Feywild there or something.
We were told to find the scouts. We probably should investigate the problem. And is
That's
it
what I
also
think.
the direction? Yeah,
Is it all
shouldn't we-
pointing?
I seems to be walking towards. Yep.
Is it all pointing to northwest?
No, I would say the sickness, that the lack of Fey is probably pointing more directly north.
Well, let's head north, and then head west if we find something.
Okay.
Astra had
Agreed.
said that there is
Might be easier to traverse the woods if we know what is actually happening in here. And if we're going to be searching for the ruins, we need to know how to traverse the woods.
Astra had said that there's some sort of danger to the Feywilds. Maybe this is part of it, or it's coming,
If that's the case, wouldn't it be a good thing to investigate this danger first before heading into the Feywild?
I think so.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
So north.
Due north.
Okay. Somebody else is gonna say something. Somebody. But I heard somebody getting ready.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. So I want you guys to give me just a quick survival check.
All of us, or or like quarters
Just-
on front?
Yeah, whoever's up front, that'll be fine. Probably Kieran would be the best one for
Can
that, right?
I give Curran advantage?
Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Roll again,
Roll
please.
that.
yeah. Give Kieran advantage.
Oh,
Much better.
That's
Okay.
but yeah.
Critical fail. You guys
He
end
was,
up back in
he was
Helm's
going.
Hold.
He was going south, and she said, "No, north is the way." All right.
Like Frodo when he's going to Mount Doom. Which way is it?
Right. Okay, so you're able to pretty easily pick up on the dying plants, especially with with Rin guiding you as much as she kind of set the direction at first, and it becomes very obvious very quickly that whatever is causing this is due north, like you guys are heading. Because the lack of just Fade presence becomes more and more apparent, and the sickness in the trees and the plants all around you become even more apparent with every step. As you guys are moving, I mean, even like the water itself becomes foul, and it just almost like a stagnant smell, somewhat sulfuric at points. Just like this rotten smell is emanating from it, and it becomes less like a forest and more just like a hellish landscape, like a burnt, not burnt, but just dead and rotting. Eventually, though, you guys come across a place where there is a large crater with a chasm just cut down the middle.
Ah. Well, I don't know what this is.
That's odd.
Yeah, you have definitely never seen this before.
Does my detect magic pick anything up from this crater?
How long does that last?
Only 10 minutes, but
10 minutes?
I would just cast it again.
Cast it again?
As we
Okay.
approached. Yeah, it's ritual, so I just take a couple of minutes to concentrate and then cast it.
Has Ren ever dealt with anything infernal?
Good
One of
question.
her exes.
Yeah, demons do be hot. No, I don't think so.
Okay. So it is new to you, but there's just like this deep presence of evil emanating from this hole.
Guys, whatever made that or landed here is, not nice, not friendly. I think maybe we should go and not stay here and find out what. I don't know. This is making me very uncomfortable.
What is in that hole anyway?
I don't want to find out. Don't go near it. It feels really, really evil.
You should look, Yark.
Does it look like there's like any footsteps around it, anything like that?
Give me an investigation roll. Even with that, yes. You can't tell how much, but this area looks like it has been heavily traveled.
Do they look humanoid?
Hard to tell.
I'll cast light on a rock and throw it in.
Second. What were you doing, Yark? Sorry.
I casted light on a rock and threw it in.
Okay. It goes and goes and goes and goes until you can't see the light anymore.
And I don't hear anything.
You
There's
do
no
not
end.
hear anything.
I think my rope won't be long enough.
Hey,
Uh,
Tristan.
Might be deeper than you might think. Yes.
You can fly, right?
It spends some resources, so. And I would be only able to fly for a minute. If we haven't heard the rock, I might not be able to reach the bottom.
Oh, question. My detect magic, it says that, like, if the magic is coming from a creature, or object, or any sort of thing that's kind of emanating or bearing the magic, I'd be able to see that. Do I see, like, the magic coming from anything?
It is coming from the hole in the ground.
Ah, shit.
As far as anything particularly visible right now, I'll say you see an aura around that hole. But at the moment, no, nothing there.
Maybe we should cover the hole.
Just bury the horrible evil thing down there and let it rot the woods.
We should probably investigate the surroundings. We're still not sure what exactly this means. For all we know, we could make making things worse by improperly trying to close it.
I don't like the idea of going in there, but we do a lot of
I
things.
don't like the idea of going in there
I-
either.
Me neither.
I don't think any of us like that idea.
I don't. How would we even
Kern's
get
keeping
in
a
there?
wide breath from the hole.
I'll take a closer look.
How are we gonna get in? Ooh.
I take a look and if I see anything in the hole, if there's anything that can be seen, basically.
Give me, Yark. You give me an investigation check.
Can I help
Guys-
you with that? I have
Yeah, Sure.
Proficiency, so you could
Yeah,
just.
that's
It's adding my modifier, right? It's
I'll
the
actually-
Adding advantage.
Advantage is what
I'll
we.
call.
Okay.
I'll cast light on my rope, and I'll put the rope down the hole
How long is the rope?
while still keeping it rope 30 feet probably.
50 by default.
Do I have a rope? It's not on my character sheet. Someone has a rope?
Yeah. Oh. hand
Is it
you
in the
my
back?
rope.
Okay, so I just cast light on the rope. I keep my hand on one end of the rope and put the rest in the hole with light on it, and I'll guide myself looking inside. If I see anything useful?
Roll investigation. Okay, so
Guidance.
you see, kind of along the edges of the hole, in particular, what looks like scratch marks almost, like something has been crawling out of the hole. There's also a ton of footprints all around. As you start to kind of look down and investigate them closer, they are humanoid-ish. But have like almost like a dog-like appearance. Like it looks like something has been walking on two legs, but it is a like pawed foot.
What kind of creature could that be if I'm thinking about demons?
Hellhounds?
Do you have any idea?
Well, no, hellhounds are fourth. I don't know.
Oh. Okay, guys. What if we got our decanter of endless water and just poured it in there and flooded the hole?
That's gonna take a while.
We could,
Yeah.
and we could bless the water.
Someone give me actually like No, never mind. I'm not going to give that to you.
How dare you?
It will probably take a lot of water.
It would take an
Yeah.
enormous amount of water.
Yeah, so
I mean, it might even go to another plane of existence. So you
Just
might
fucking
pour water into hell. So
flood the entire hell. That'd be funny.
that would be nice.
But
But I don't think we will succeed.
I don't imagine that would work. No.
Ren is
okay.
gonna point her crossbow down the hole, just like point down randomly straight down and fire off a shot with a silver bolt.
Okay.
Does anything
You don't
happen?
even. Nope. You don't even hear it hit anything.
Well, how can we shut it?
We don't know what this actually is.
Nope.
Well, it seems to me
Does it
creatures
Does it
comes
look
from
like it
hell or
like
something.
yeah? Does it look like it like burst open from the inside or like something impacted?
Ooh, that's a
Hard to
good point.
tell. So with Yark's roll, I would say it looks like whatever has been coming out of this hole is coming up, like
Okay.
coming out of it.
Yeah, it seems like it's. I think it's some kind of portal or something. Creatures came out of there, scratching on the sides.
Well,
Anyone know how to close portals?
no.
How
Dispel magic, maybe.
I could try that, but I need to see the opening of the portal, which I assume this is not it. I assume this is just.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What were you doing,
Sorry.
Ren? What were you doing?
Oh no, I was saying that I could try dispelling, like casting dispel magic that Yarg suggested, but I need to actually see the portal and not just the hole in the ground to the portal. Understand?
Is it with the lit up rope like dangling down? Is it like a solid tunnel, or does it like go down and open to like a cavernous space?
Looks like a tunnel. More what you can see.
Okay.
Should we try going down?
Our rope won't even get us near the bottom, though.
Well, we have multiple ropes.
That's true. Could do like the whole tying the sheets together.
Yeah, but I don't. Or we could. I don't want to camp out here. We could tell. Okay, we found something. That's good enough. We can tell the watcher that, hey, we found a hole in the ground that things are coming out of. We can go try to find the ruins now.
I think I have seen this kind of tracks before.
You have?
You have?
They aren't. Do you know what a knoll is?
No.
A creature that looks like your mom.
Oh.
Well, if you do not
No.
want an answer, then
No,
I
no.
suppose
What's the answer? What is the null?
half hyena people. They are their lineage is twisted by demons. Is that correct, Bear, in this setting?
Yeah. We're just going with regular lore on them.
Okay.
Okay, so it might be gnolls and not like actual demons?
As far as I know, most gnolls live in the material plane, so
Ah.
I don't know if that's the only thing around here, given that, and he points to the hole.
Yeah. Okay,
But
so
gnolls seem to be involved. They have a connection to the abyss, however, so
we can just we should probably do something about this, shouldn't we?
At least cover it, I guess.
How are we gonna cover it?
With
I
what?
have no
Yeah.
idea.
With what?
A tree?
Mm,
We can toss a tree down there.
Yeah, maybe. Karen?
Something opened a hole mile dips through the ground, and you think a tree will stop it.
Here.
We'll need many trees.
What if we just, like, throw things down there until something gets really pissed off and comes out? Then we'll ask it what's going on.
Do you really want to make something really evil upset?
What if we just yell hello down the hole and see if anything comes out?
Oh yeah, we haven't tried politeness. Like, knock on the hole and ask if anybody's home.
So, all right. As you guys are having this conversation,
What comes out of the hole?
Yep, exactly. So the hole itself begins to illuminate.
Oh shit.
Red?
Kind of this bright red,
Oh shit.
deep, well, we'll say deep red, actually, color. And these flashes of light are beginning to happen. And before you know it, give me 1 second to get everything arranged.
I was
Well,
just about to suggest I could fly down there, but
Would not be
Balrog
advisable.
appears.
glad.
Zerial. No, not really. And we're dead. Several gnolls actually do begin to climb out as there are flashes of light, and they arrange themselves all around this hole as they are pulling themselves out of the hole.
Oh,
missed one.
hello!
Can we start attacking them as they
Leave
pull
one
them?
alive.
If you guys want to attack them immediately, yes.
Do we want to attack them immediately?
That's a lot of gnolls.
I mean, they are evil.
Gnolls.
Try talking to them first, maybe? Just because something is evil doesn't mean we can't have a civil conversation.
Yeah, Tristan.
Yeah, Tristan.
If you want to talk
Anybody
with
speak
gnolls,
Gnoll?
be my guest.
Okay, so the first note that comes out, I'm gonna be like, hello! What the fuck are you doing here?
Do only
Um,
gnolls come out?
Only gnolls at the moment.
Does he respond? I'm gonna try Andrew comment. Hello! What are you doing over here?
Can I
Does
try
it seem-
Elvish? Hello?
What are you trying?
Elvish.
Same response. It hurts my throat though,
Oh,
so I'm not
no.
going to keep doing it.
Okay, looks
What if
like
I
they
try
don't
saying
want to.
something in Orcish to them? That might be something
Same
they know.
response.
And
Okay.
it looks like they're aggressive.
Well, I'm just getting ahead of myself. But okay, so everybody roll initiative.
Okay.
It was worth a try.
Ren's gonna try just like waving very largely with both hands. Do any of them wave back?
They all begin to wave spears at you.
Fuck.
Not the greatest conversationalists, are they?
Yeah, I gotta work on my body language.
Or you gotta learn Gnoll.
Just a
one of the
little
two.
bit better than Curran.
Let me get some Doom music
Save the
going.
vicious mockery for the gnolls. Jarek.
You take 1d4 point of damage, Curran.
Oh,
Karen just looks at him confused, like, "What did
Oh.
you just say to me?"
in a panic, seeing that this is devolving, I'm gonna cast comprehend languages on myself and say, "Stop what you're doing."
Okay.
Does
They look surprised.
We want a parlay. Do you know what parlay is?
No.
It's when we talk.
Why
And
do you want to talk?
what you're doing here. What are you doing here? What's
We're
happening?
running.
Running?
They are all just like steadying their axes and spears, ready to fight at the drop of a hat. But
Did he say running?
he did.
From what? What are you running from? Where are you running? What's happening?
Beasts.
What beasts? We might be able to help. Oh, by the way, I think everybody else can understand me, but they can't understand the gnolls.
yeah, because comprehend language lets you understand them. It doesn't change what you speak.
Really?
Oh, okay,
shit.
sorry.
That's the tongues spell.
Ah,
Got it.
fuck.
Well, I just gave away something I shouldn't have then. So they do not.
Okay, that is very tragic because I think I used this spell for
If you guys will allow me to retcon what I just told you, then you can have that spell slot back.
We know nothing.
You know nothing.
Wait, hold on.
If you want to drop the description, I'll read it.
I think I can actually have an extra. Yes, I did not add my last spell for leveling up. I can add tongues, so I will cast tongues instead.
Okay.
So this conversation still happens.
Yep. So you know that.
Okay,
How long does that last, Ty, by the way?
an hour.
Okay, good. Tristan doesn't know this in character.
Right. So they're speaking Knoll. That's the only language they comprehend or
Yeah,
speak.
I'm gonna like
Um,
raise my hand so everybody else like stops and doesn't like start attacking for a second. What kind of beasts?
Great beast.
Great beasts.
Massive.
Like dragonish, like scaly,
Daily, yes.
big scaly wings. Some wings. Okay, are there a lot of them?
Yes. There
Where
are many.
where are they coming from?
We're fleeing the Nine Hells.
Fleeing?
Yes, that's what he said.
They are fleeing the Nine Hells?
The Knolls are, yes.
Oh no, the beasts are the beasts fleeing the Nine Hells.
No. They're overtaking it.
Okay, alright, we don't want to fight you. Like, we actually don't want to fight you.
Point of order, only I understands what they are saying, right?
Yes, but but I'm obviously responding to them, so you can see that I'm conversing. with
Yeah,
them.
I'm hearing your responses, but then I'm not reacting to what they
Okay.
say that you're gonna say.
So, they're fleeing beasts from the Nine Hells.
Yes.
What kind of beasts are overtaking the Nine Hells?
Overtaking.
Yeah, they would only know kind of what they've already told you.
Yeah, what do they
So-
look like is what I'm trying to get.
Great scaly beasts.
Great scaly beasts are overtaking the Nine Hells. Some of them have wings, allegedly, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Draconic in nature?
Do they breathe fire or lightning or gas or anything like breathed weapons?
We have many weapons.
Okay.
But yes.
All right, cool. What is that hole? Yes.
Ask them what's in the hole and how they get in and out.
Yeah. What's in the hole? What's happening? Do you live here? Did you live here, or did you live in the Nine Hills?
Let me think about how to respond. They did not live in the Nine Hills, but they were in the Nine Hills.
So you lived in the forest.
They are creatures from the abyss, are they not?
Yes.
Okay. So what you're saying is this hole is a portal to the Nine Hells, right?
Yes.
How deep down does it go?
They don't know.
Okay.
They just know that they got here through the portal.
Do you mind if we close the portal?
If you can.
Okay. If we close the portal, can you like not fight us?
Make a persuasion check.
I don't know, Bronco.
Can
You're good.
I help if I don't understand anything that's being said?
No, not really.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Understand everything I is saying.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand I.
Yeah, but they wouldn't understand
the
you.
Knolls would not understand you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Tristan has his sword out.
Yeah, and I think basically is anybody else like getting ready to fight?
I specifically raised my hand, being like, wait, like, obviously. Like,
There.
I'm always ready.
Give somebody give me a perception check.
Oh, I'm I'm good at that.
I'm not
So the-
rolling that well.
It's fine, dude. Everybody has a night like that. So Ren, even though you're not familiar with these creatures, like you can see that they are anxious and nervous, and I don't know if I would have told you yet, but they're fleeing something, so they're already scared. With you guys having weapons ready, everybody tell me if your weapons are drawn. Like, are you?
Absolutely.
Mine is
No.
not.
I was going for my silver axe when she told me to stop, so my hand was kind of hovering near there, so I sort of put it down. That's all.
Andrew definitely has his crystal ball focus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Ren just always has her crossbow in her hand, but it's like down by her side. It's not
Yeah.
raised or anything. She's just holding it like loosely against her leg.
So
Yarik's
With-
main hand is free.
with the persuasion check you rolled,
Hmm.
I think one of them is gonna let an arrow fly because they're nervous, they're scared, they don't trust you.
But is it just one?
Sure, for now.
For
And I think it's gonna be whoever's first. Let me find this one here.
uh-huh.
Is just gonna shoot it into the mix, and Ren, you're in the center, so I think you're the most likely target here. But a 7's
Alright.
not gonna hit, so an arrow goes flying through.
No, I'm gonna be like, no, no fighting, no fighting. This is better for everybody if we don't fight each other.
How does the rest of the party feel?
Yeah,
Because these are
you can.
As
You're
things
free to
are
do
now,
what you want.
Tristan will attack on his.
Yeah, Andre's especially if they just shot an arrow, like if they shot it at Ren and Endry's right behind Ren, they shot it at Endry and Endry's
So-
behind.
Yeah, I mean, if
Yeah,
Ren
Karen pulled out his axe now.
was
Just
getting
listening.
shot at, she
Yeah.
would have like raised her weapon and tried to shoot back. But I also
Well-
don't want to like
No,
say,
no.
"Let's do combat."
No,
for the
it's
entire
fine.
Party.
If you want to engage in combat, that's fine. I is just trying to prevent combat.
sure.
Like at this point, you would have to persuade Tristan also out
Yeah.
of combat.
Well, why don't we do this instead? Somebody just give me a history check while this is unfolding to see if you have any knowledge about gnolls, like in particular. I know, Tristan, what was your roll earlier that you sent me? 15?
15. And
You in particular would know that these are vicious creatures.
they are foul, dumb, best of the best, and they deserve to die.
Okay. Anybody got a response to that? Like Tristan's, I'm assuming you say that out loud. right?
You're welcome. You're welcome to do what you want. I as a character is trying to prevent fighting right now, but you're welcome to do what you want.
Tristan
Ren's
as a
gonna
character
ask
will.
I. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You can ask what it is, but I will attack on my turn as things stand now.
Okay.
Ren's gonna ask I, did you figure out where they came from? And if I answers her and says like, yes, I got the information, Ren will attack too.
Okay.
Yeah, 9 hells. They're fleeing something.
Oh shit. Okay.
All right. So, Kieran, you're actually up first in the order.
Hmm.
What are you doing?
Let's see here. I'm looking around. We got the arrow that came at us. Karen's pretty upset. I'm gonna go for it. So I'm gonna run up here. I'm gonna rage. and
Okay.
I'm gonna slash this dude.
Rage. All right. 27 will probably kill this thing. Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's the hit, not the damage. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's-
Oh, by the way, I couldn't find like a silver great axe in like D&D Beyond, so we're gonna pretend this is silver.
yeah, that's fine.
By the way,
Yeah.
just
I'm also not changing my.
Yeah, I assume you'll. Okay, so you connect with this thing immediately, and it cries out in pain, just yelping. What are you doing? You get taking your second attack.
Oh right, yes.
18 will also hit, and two swipes in. You manage to just like cut this thing wide open. Anything else?
Oh no, that's it. I just made sure to mark the extra 10 HP on here for you. I almost forgot about that. But that's my
You're
turn.
good. You're good. Okay, so next up is one of the gnolls, and he, seeing you, Kieran, is going to fire off a longbow at you. 18 to hit.
Yep.
All right, half damage is 4 piercing.
Alrighty.
And that is all he is going to do. I
is going to be like, well, shit. If you don't want to die, start running. And I'm gonna shoot an Eldritch Ball at this one. 2 of them.
Okay, yep, both of those will hit. 2 and 8.
I told them if they don't want to die, they should start running.
Hey, just out of curiosity, can you guys see the health bars above them?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, good.
And not numbers, just the help.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. So good, I finally figured it out. Okay, anything else?
I'm gonna step back over here.
All right,
That's it.
Tristan.
Tristan charges, shield in one hand, silver the other. Places a seal on that gnoll,
Okay.
and that means I attack with advantage.
Okay. 18 will definitely do it.
8 slashing.
Okay.
Second attack.
Yep, that'll
4, 5
also
slash.
do it. Connect 2
And I
blows to this
consume the
thing.
seal.
How much damage?
10 necrotic.
So you bring your sword down on this thing twice, cut it open pretty good, and then necrotic damage takes its hold, and he withers away.
Can I object interaction kick his body back down into the hole?
Sure.
Sounds good.
And it goes clattering down the sides of the hole, and you never hear it impact the ground. Okay. This one is going to 5, 10, 15. Run up here, and he's going to bite at you, Kieran. 18 to hit.
Yep.
For 2 piercing damage. That's half. His turn. This one will swing here. He's actually got a spear. 15 to hit?
Definitely not.
Nope. Okay, so he is a Turkish done. This one is going to move up here and actually shoot a longbow at Yark. 7 will not hit.
I hope not.
Why is that not? Why is it rolling different things? Okay. Never mind. Okay, Ren.
Alright, Ren is gonna toll the dead, the one that I had injured already. I think it was
This one?
that dude there.
This one
Oh,
up
is
top
that
is a
dude?
yeah,
Ooh, hang on, let me see if I can reach that.
pretty small
Oh
map.
shit, I forgot to get the ear.
Yeah, that's fine.
I told the dead. Wisdom save.
Yep.
15.
Oh, beats it.
No damage. Anything else?
Nope, that's it. Damn, that's
Okay.
a really good roll too.
Yeah, sorry. All right. Oh, dang it. Hold on. Oh, that one's already dead. Okay. Yark.
I'll drop off Hopper. 1, 2, 3. I would need a. Well, I just ask Hopper to go back a bit, and I'll go there and simply do the dodge action.
Just gonna dodge?
Yep.
All right. Anything else?
Nope, not yet.
Okay. This one moves dead ahead. 12 to bite will miss Tristan. This one will move here and try to spear. 14 to hit. What's your AC?
Oh, no, 15.
All right, misses. Indri. Indri?
Sorry, I was eating, not swallowing.
Oh, you're fine.
Going to just unleash a firebolt at this one, kind of
Okay.
across the hole.
That will definitely hit. Okay, anything else?
Yeah, we're gonna back up.
They don't seem especially fire resistant.
These do not, no.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's it.
surprised, but
Yeah,
It's the only
give
attack
it time, give it time.
I have.
oh no.
Well, I have shotgun grasp, but I'm not gonna do those.
Alright, he's gonna move there. 20 to hit with disadvantage. Yark,
Jarek?
what's your AC?
19.
Alright, I rolled a 21 and a 20, so disadvantage, so 4 piercing.
God damn it.
Yeah, that was the best roll I've ever had against you, I think. Alright, back to the top. That one's gone. Kieran.
All right, I'm gonna take this one right here next to me out first. I'm gonna attack
Okay.
him.
Yeah, that'll hurt.
And I'm gonna attack him again.
Okay. That'll hit.
Alrighty.
Not quite dead, but you connect a couple pretty good blows against him. Then this one up here is going to fire a bow at Ren.
You're adding rage damage, right?
No, he's not. So that would be even closer to death.
Oh, right.
Uh,
Thank you. I almost forgot about that.
12 to hit, so that will miss you, Ren. And we are back to I.
Okay. I'll shoot 2 Eldritch Blast at this one.
This one?
Yes.
Okay. That'll hit. That will not.
5.
5.
That's it.
Okay. Tristan.
So I wouldn't have any flanking hit this one, right? Because
No.
okay. Then given that, I move here, which does not provoke,
Right.
and I do 2 normal attacks without advantage.
Okay.
And I shouldn't be sending this to Gem. That's a miss
That missed. That hits.
and 7 slashing.
Okay. Let's see who's up. This one will.
That's all I'll do for now.
Okay. This one's going to try to bite you again. Kieran, 6 will not hit. This one will stab at you with the spear again. Tristan, 15 to hit. That will miss.
Nope.
This one will move back and shoot a bow at probably Ren. 16 to hit.
Nope.
Dang, what's your AC? 18. God, I don't remember you having that high of an AC.
I switched over
Armor and
to
shields.
yeah. I
Yeah.
switched from like scale to plate or something during the.
I think you have half plate,
Plate?
right? Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
half
half
plate.
plate. That's the one.
Yeah.
All
It
right,
is your turn,
Ren.
Ren.
Okay, seeing her Toll the Dead go wide, she's gonna like roll her eyes, raise her crossbow, and try to shoot the same dude.
Okay.
16?
That'll hit.
11 piercing. And that's my turn.
And you managed to send the crossbow bolt straight through his face. Alright, Yark.
Alright. I'll start by moving there.
Tristan's pointing here, yeah.
Grab my mace and hit it with my silver mace.
Okay.
Let's try that
20 will definitely hit.
with advantage, just in case I.
2 20s, okay.
It's 2 point of damage.
Alright,
Great.
not 83. 8. Okay,
That's it for me.
alright. This one, again, will try to spear you, Tristan.
Mm-hmm.
If it'll roll. 22 to hit.
That will hit.
Alright.
Will it?
Oh, cutting words? Nice.
18.
It will not.
Ha ha ha. Thank you, Jarek.
And then this one over here is going to try to spear you again, Kieran. 11 will not do it. Indri.
We're gonna just shoot another fire blast at that same one.
Okay, which one was it? I don't remember. This one?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that shot at Ren, I think.
That will miss.
Oof. Okay. That's it.
Okay. Then this one will stab at you, Yarrick. 18, which will miss, correct?
Exactly.
Okay, Kieran.
All right. First, I'm gonna try to take out this little dude here.
Okay. That will miss.
All right, well, I'm gonna try again.
I'm sad I don't
That
have
will
my
hit.
reaction anymore.
Wait. Did it really just do 17 slashing damage? Oh wow.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
that one's...
wow.
He's super dead.
Yep.
Alright, that one is dead. Anything else, Kieran?
No, that's it.
Okay. Then we are back to I.
Double Eldritch Blast on this one.
On which one? Sorry, I didn't see it.
This one, the one that's hurt.
Oh, yeah, okay. That'll hit. That will not. 5.
That's a very consistent.
Blast of Force. Right? Blast of Force hits him square in the chest. He's still standing for the moment, though. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay, Tristan?
Sword attack against the one I have flanking advantage.
I figured.
Huh? Yeah. Well, I do have a second attack.
It's good. That will hit.
It couldn't it be like
Double.
next? Like,
That is
Guys
good
have
enough.
spoken.
Good enough. Alright, that one is
yeah,
good. Anything else?
Wait. If this one dies, I
Yep.
step one step here.
Okay. That will take us to this one, who is going to step here and shoot a bow again at Ren. And a critical fail, so his bowstring snaps. I don't know. That was him. Ren, it's your turn. He just shot an arrow at you. He
I
disrespected
will
you.
shoot one back at him. Yo, battle of the shittiest archers ever. Never mind.
Yep, that'll miss. Anything else?
Ren is gonna see like these two people just shoot and miss each other. She'll kind of just like look at him, share a moment of solidarity, and turn and like duck behind a bush near Eye. And that's my turn.
Yarrick.
I'll move over this cadaver here. And I can try the shove action, right?
I'm sorry, where'd you go? I didn't see what you...
To shove it in the hole. Push
Yeah,
it in the hole.
where'd your token go?
They
Oh, sorry,
climbed
sorry.
up, remember?
Huh?
They climbed up. And Bear, remember that corpse is there because I won 2 years.
Yeah, sure, okay. I know how many there are, so...
Okay.
Yeah, I'll move there and I'll hit him with my mace.
Okay.
I don't want to be too close to the hole.
Sure.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
my only
they
point
can
there is
shove
that they
too.
climbed up, so
4
That'll
of
hit.
damage.
That will hit. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. And it's going to be that one who is going to turn and actually swipe at you, Yark. Because you just bonked him. 15 to hit will not. Then this one will stab again at you, Kieran, because he's very close to you. 19 to hit.
Oh yeah.
2 piercing damage. That's already halved.
Alrighty.
Okay, and then Indri.
Just that same one that Ren and him keep missing.
Okay.
It's like,
Firebolt, that
Ren,
will. Alright, so you just light him up. And he burns to a crisp. Okay. Then this one will move here. And try to spear you, Yark. But he rolls a 6 both times and misses. Kieran.
All right, let's see if I get lucky again. I'm gonna try to take this dude out.
22 will hit. That does a lot of damage.
that's a lot of damage.
Still standing though.
And that's with the +2.
Nope. It is now. That will miss.
Alrighty.
Okay, I.
Kieran is killing them faster than me and you.
Put
Right.
together, yes, I know.
Kieran
I'm
is
gonna
built
go
for
over
murder.
here and seeing that this one is like dying, I'm gonna shoot that one. Or no, actually, I'll stay where I was. I was like somewhere over here. I'm gonna move over here and shoot this one right in front of Tristan.
Sounds good.
8 will miss. 21 will hit. Bet it's 5.
It's been pretty consistent so far.
Every time. Alright, anything else?
Nope.
Alright. Tristan.
Sword at the one in front of me.
Okay. That
I don't
will
have
hit.
advantage, but the first one is a 20, so 10 slashing.
Almost dead. He is barely hanging on.
Second attack.
And
That's a 17 hit.
dead.
Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Drive your
Right
sword
here.
straight through him. Okay.
That's good.
That one is dead. Rin. I'm sorry, Tristan, was there anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Rin.
All right, crossbow bolt yet again.
Crossbow bolts. Which one? Right or left? Only 2 left.
I was look at the one who's almost dead.
Okay. That hits.
6 piercing.
So, despite your earlier mishaps with missing, you just like expertly place this right over Kieran's shoulder and catch that one. Crossbow bolt goes through the chest, out the back. And we have one left. Yark.
I'll delay my action after Endry. I'll
Okay.
delay for now.
Okay. That one is dead. That one is dead. Indri.
We'll just firebolt the last standing one, it looks like.
I think Indri's just trying to prove me wrong about the fire resistance thing. 9 will miss.
That's
You hit
my
Yark
only
instead.
attacking cantrip.
No. Sure.
I have
And
shocking grasp, but melee? No.
all right. So, seeing that he is in the middle of you guys, this Knoll will step here.
Jarek did the leg too after
I'll
entry.
delay
Oh,
after
that's
the
true.
gnoll.
That's true.
I'll
Okay.
delay after the gnoll.
Okay. Steps here, and he is going to stab at Yarrick. 15 will not hit though. Okay. You want to take your action, Yarrick?
Yep. And guess what? I'm a mad genius.
Okay.
And I bumped him.
Yep, that's
With advantage.
so theoretically.
Oh, double crit!
Oh,
Oh my
11 point of
God.
damage.
Even more with your roll on that crit, I think.
It should be 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 12 point of damage.
Yeah.
Max damage I could do with my machine.
Your crit is the average current hit.
Right.
That's normal.
All right. Speaking of which, it is Kieran's turn, but I think he is AFK. So Kieran is just like resting in a bath of no blood over there. We'll skip him for now.
Well, there's one left.
One left.
Yeah,
Point at him and kill.
Yeah, I'll just shoot him.
I like that Yark double critted. That should be like an extra die or something. Okay, both of those hit. 5.
And 5.
So the force from your Eldritch Blast just rips him apart.
I will get it, you foul creature. Pew, pew. Poof, explodes in front of me.
Wow, you got him.
We got
All right.
Octopus.
Wow.
Okay, who's cutting the ears?
Tristan
Oh,
is already
yeah.
cutting the ears of at least these 2.
That's money.
Hey,
Oh yeah, Kieran's already started cutting off the ears of the ones
Ren.
around him.
Yeah,
Do you
there
think you
are
can-
8 left.
do you think you can close the portal somehow?
Like,
I'd have to be at least a little bit near it.
Do you
Okay,
wanna?
maybe if we do the rope chain and then lower me down into there,
Yeah.
maybe then I'll be able to reach it.
Let's try do that.
Okay. Who here has rope?
I had rope, I think.
I have rope.
Yeah, I have rope. 50 feet. I just saw
Yeah,
it.
same.
Yes, 50.
point of
So-
order where they close the hole, I will at least collect the ears of the 3 that were in here
Okay.
if nobody else collecting them.
Tristan, do
Yeah.
you have rope?
Sure. I extend my hand with my rope from my pack.
So I do want to mention this. So as you guys notice, like the gnolls coming out of this portal, they weren't exactly climbing out. Like the portal itself was almost like at the point where the hole hits the ground, like leveled.
Oh,
Oh.
can we?
So it seems like it's more like an intermittent kind of thing. Like it is happening as things come through it, not necessarily like just permanently there.
Okay, can we try
Okay.
to close it somehow? Like, can we like cast the spell's magic on like this whole hole? Like, is that a possibility?
I have an idea. If
Let me-
the portal is appearing as things go through it, we just need to throw something down there for long enough that the portal will be open as I cast a spell magic.
Yeah,
So
I
I,
will
think we should
grab-
actually
Like
just pour water. Yeah.
No, like, what if I'm gonna grab one of the already cut off ears, like, not the ears, like, a de-eared corpse, and, like, shove it into the hole and see if the portal activates.
All right, I'm reading one thing just to see how this would interact.
I don't think the portal will activate if we throw something in it.
I should hope
I
it
put
will.
the spell magic in chat if you want to see it.
Yeah. So I'm actually reading to see how it would interact with the portal. So make an Arcana check for me, Rin.
I am not good at that.
It's not a high DC.
Yeah.
Higher than
Do you
that,
need-
though.
Do you need
So
help?
you're unsure. Well, yeah. If you want to guide, you can.
I will guide and I will even assist.
Hang
I
on,
mean,
let
I'm
me
half
see.
proficient in everything, so
Okay, the guidance is
a
1d4.
D4, yeah.
10?
Didn't you say you were assisting, Yark?
Yeah, I mean,
So roll with advantage, Rin.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Okay, that's better. So with that, you may. Rin knows at least something about teleportation circles, right?
Sure.
You would know that dispel magic only temporarily closes gates like this. It's not a permanent thing, because basically you're only interacting with one side.
Mm-hmm.
So the door is still there. It's just shut for a moment, and it's
Oh.
not even that long.
With
I
that
don't-
nat
yeah.
20, would I know how long it would stay closed?
Less than a minute.
Oh shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How do we close it?
So, I don't know that you guys would be able to surmise that from this second. Now, I would like someone to give me like another investigation check as you're kind of moving around this area.
Maybe we can put some spikes and stuff so when they come through, they get poked.
Yeah, that could work.
Sure.
I was gonna say I'll help, but you don't need it.
You are able to see pretty quickly that this is only the latest incursion, and that there are tracks leading off in a lot of different directions. Like there are a lot of creatures already here.
Okay. How about...
To the point that
Sorry, continue.
Go ahead.
No, you continue.
I was just going to say
first.
to the point that you would assume that this part of the woods is infested.
Okay. How about this? We send a message to the Watcher and tell them what we found and say that we're continuing our excursion into the forest. For them to research how to close the portal to Nine Hells. Can you do
I
that?
could send them a message tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah, it might be better to know a little bit more about what's happening with
Okay.
something like that.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't prepare sending today.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Hey, Karen. Karen,
Hello.
you want berries? You look hurt a bit.
Sure. Thank you.
Take 5. I have plenty.
What's your con again, Kieran?
Yeah, we're doing the thing
16?
now.
15?
16.
16. Okay.
So it's 4 berries per short rest.
Yeah.
But those are good berries.
You didn't take that much damage, did you?
No, I only took I didn't even take 10. I took 8.
Okay.
For once, I took 0.
Right?
How
Thanks,
much health
Yarrick.
is it for good berry?
This was an easy encounter, so.
6 for those ones.
Oh, okay, and I got 5 of them. Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that this encounter didn't have a part 2 into whatever was chasing them appearing out of the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
should we continue in the forest? Try to find the ruins or try to find if there's any more holes like this?
Yeah,
then you
maybe
can
going
s-
to the ruins might be a good path now. I mean,
If
we know that these woods are full of creatures. We need to make sure your friends are okay.
Yes, absolutely. Let's do that. Let's try to find... I don't know how if we're gonna find those fucking ruins. I guess we can go west at this point.
Yeah, well, I think between
Oh,
the...
Andre,
Huh?
you're a fey creature.
Yes.
Can you do some fey magic and find the ruins?
Do you-
I don't really know any kind of magic like that.
Do you think if we hold Andrew and walk, it will shine if we get closer or something?
Maybe I can see if I can sense where it might be stronger, I guess.
Yeah, let's try that, I guess. We could try that.
Can I do an Arcana check for that?
Sure.
Perception?
Anything? Well, I'll tell you
A
what.
spell that does that or nothing.
So who's taking point in moving west from here? Who is trying to lead the group to these ruins?
I
who
will
is searching?
help. I will help, and I would like Entry to help as well because Entry is a fake creature, and I feel like that would help.
Okay.
My question is, when I was casting Dispel Magic Detect Magic before, I know that I could sense weaker Fey magic kind of in the direction of the portal. Could I sense it coming more strongly from any certain directions?
I don't think so, actually, because I think it's
Mhm.
really permeating everything. Like, really, what was apparent to you was the lack of magic coming from
Mhm.
here. Does that make sense? Does that seem fair?
Yeah, no, totally. I will then just kind of stay behind whoever's taking point, kind of
Okay.
casting Dispel Magic intermittently, and seeing if I can pick up anything besides the ordinary, but not
Okay.
just hanging behind a little bit, whoever's in front.
Well, between eye and injury, I need one of you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Well, whoever is
Oh,
in front,
shit.
walking, trying to look for the place, I'll just keep guiding them.
Okay, I'll.
Does that work for saving throws?
Nope.
Don't think so.
Okay.
so.
Only checks, I think.
Yeah, just one of you give me a wisdom saving throw.
Is
Whichever one of
this-
you is in front.
You could say that Aya still has the bardic inspiration from town.
Is this a magical effect?
Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
You have advantage, right?
I do. It
Oh,
didn't really help
no.
me much.
So you guys are.
Oh, what's that?
Spend a couple sorcery. Gonna add a D4 to that as well.
Okay.
I don't know if that's gonna save me.
Yeah.
Well, you never know.
I was gonna do it either way, but
13 is not too bad.
13.
13.
13
Total?
is better than a 3.
So
So
13 is better. So you guys start heading west, and you're pushing through the forest, and it's getting denser and denser and denser. And you guys are walking for maybe like 2 hours at this point, like just heading in that direction, hoping you find something. And eventually you come out of a clearing, and you are right back in this spot.
Oh, shit.
Huh.
Someone doesn't know how to take direction in the forest.
I told you that directions, like, they don't make sense here in the mortal plane. I could navigate fine in the Feywild, but not here.
Should you try again north?
North? North. So, I mean, you could try.
During this, I didn't sense any out of the ordinary magic.
I don't know what kind of magic that'd be. I would say yes. You do. Let me see what kind of magic it would be.
My guess would be either transmutation or illusion. Just random guess though.
Abjuration, actually.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
that's one.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So, Ren, you get the feeling that there is some type of abjuration magic that is the further west you go from this place, barring you from entrance past a certain point. And it gets stronger and stronger the further you go until the point where you almost lose your way.
That's probably where the
Okay.
ruins are.
Yeah, I'm sensing some really strong, disorienting magic from that direction. Here's a question. When I sensed it, could I sense like any point it was emanating from?
Yeah, could
Or-
track the abjuration spell to try to bypass the abjuration spell.
Not in like any kind of finite way. It's a really large area,
Mm-hmm.
Should you try
so
again
not
going
to the
west?
point where you could use that to track it.
Maybe we should walk backwards.
Maybe we should try west again, but pay really attention.
I like halves a little and heads west again.
Okay. Okay. Give me another wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Okay.
Jesus.
So on the second try, just to let you know, the DC is
Yeah,
higher.
I figured.
So that's still not good enough. So you walk for another long amount of time, and you end up in the same place.
I
I'm
sense
getting
magic
tired.
again.
Yes, same magic at
Wait.
work.
We
So
have to
just
find
like
where it's coming from so I can dispel it and we can get through. Otherwise, we're just going to be going in circles forever.
So I'll say this.
what time is it like in terms
It's
of
getting dark.
Yeah, okay.
You guys have been in the woods all day. To the point where if you guys are going to continue, it will be pitch black in the forest.
We should take a rest.
You want to rest near the giant demon portal hole?
Yeah, how
Well, you can
Point
move
to
away from
Karen's
this
hut,
if you want to.
and we are not standing right by the portal.
how
Yeah.
close to the village are we, do we know? Like how
I'll say it took you a good probably hour and a half, 2 hours from the
Whispering Patch?
Whisper Patch. So probably 3 or 4 hours total. It'll be
Do-
further in the dark.
Do we want to
Are
go
you
back
having
to
us
the
as
village?
house guests?
I mean, I would prefer sleep in the house rather than sleeping in the woods.
Fine by me.
My magical
Yeah.
hut is very safe, you
Your
know.
magic hut is very safe, but I would prefer to sleep in a house.
More walking. Oh. Poor Hopper.
Hopper's fine. Hopper likes to walk. You don't take him on and off walks, all right?
Alright, I'm gonna head us to Whispering Patch and then from there to the village.
Okay.
Assuming we're not lost forever in the woods.
Yeah.
So it is quickly becoming very dark. Are you guys using any kind of illumination?
Since
Light.
Ren would pass
Tristan
around
cast light on
torches
his
if anybody
shield.
wants them.
I guess lighted my shield.
And Andrew would use his dagger since he can't.
I doesn't really bother with the light.
I mean, I'm doing the light on my shield for
Yeah,
the benefit
so
of those who need
since
it.
everybody else has light, but like she herself doesn't bother with getting light.
Right. Okay.
Everybody has the light cantrip for one reason or another.
Should have taken an offensive cantrip, but oh well. I have light.
So you guys begin to move through the forest again, back towards Wood Whisper. It mostly goes relatively uneventful. There are things moving in the forest around you, but nothing attempts to stop you. But as you get closer to the Whisper Patch, you begin to hear a voice. And only you hear it. It's nothing more than a whisper, but you hear a voice saying, "You have finally returned as one of my own."
I will stop dead in her tracks and look around real quick. Anybody else hearing voices by any chance?
So many spells happening.
No,
Hearing voices?
what did you hear?
I'm sorry?
Keep an
Why do
eye
you ask?
out.
Are you alright?
Oh, I'm not actually, but just keep an eye out on anything. If anything's weird, point it out to me. I'll tell you if it was weird before or not.
Did you drink enough water today?
Anything weird all the
I'm not alright in the sense that my parents are missing, my friends are missing, they might all be dead, and I don't know that.
There's also a hole going to hell.
There's also a hole going to hell in my woods, and
Yeah,
I don't like it.
I know the feeling. Okay, let's go back home then. By your home village. I mean,
Yeah.
We'll find them. Don't worry.
Do I hear anything else once we pass the Whispering Patch?
Nope.
Okay.
Just the one whisper.
I'll head back to the village and specifically to my house.
Okay. Everyone
Does
follows
I
in.
invite us into her house when we get
Just
there?
shut the door.
And then slam the door.
No, just slam the door before like in the no, yeah, question wise. It's not much space, but we can all settle into like bedrolls and stuff. And I have my little bed. It's probably too small for me now.
Feet hanging off.
No, she left when she was like 18. By that time, everybody stops growing probably. So it's still fine.
Tristan looks around like, oh, is this all there is to it? But doesn't say it.
Big talk from the dude in debt.
I know, right?
Yeah, Tristan is broke, but it's still like. Well, one of
So-
the
She
days we
kinda
can go to
side-eyes.
my house and meet our family, my family.
She kind of side-eyes him as he looks around like, you gonna say some shit?
He does not.
Okay.
So, Ren, are you still casting Detect Magic occasionally?
I probably have stopped when we like passed the Whisper
Okay.
Patch woods.
it takes 10 minutes to cast each time.
Yeah.
It takes 1
will-
minute, I think.
I will go into like her parents' room and see if they like left anything.
Like, even Tristan is not paranoid enough to use his invisibility vision in the village, so.
Sure.
And like
I know, not particularly. Everything is relatively untouched. I mean, there's not enough people in the village. I mean, there's
Yeah.
nobody here that you know that would come in here and
Yeah.
disturb their belongings. They've left, but most people assume they're coming back. So it's basically how you remember it.
she's gonna get some fresh clothes because it's been a while.
Are we taking a long rest here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I suppose so.
Even in a house, I guess how much
So-
tiny yet.
All right.
So does
And
my
good
max
berries.
HP, my XP, my max
Well,
max
not
HP
yet.
goes
Don't
down.
don't hit it yet. Don't hit it yet.
Ooh.
Well, before we start the long rest, I still cast good berry, so if something happens, I'll have less spell
Don't-
slots.
Don't hit anything yet. So what I'm gonna do, you're gonna be 1, Indri, you're 2, Kieran, you're 3, Ren, you're 4, Tristan 5, Yarick 6. So just alphabetical order.
What does that mean?
Ren, throughout the night, you are plagued by nightmares. You do not gain any benefit of a long rest. You didn't really use anything, so it's probably okay. But you get. You also, I'm sorry, you lose 5 points off of your maximum hit points till your next long rest.
Okay.
Oh.
And at this point, we've lost the temporary HP, right, from aid.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been too long.
Has everybody else gained long rest?
So we lost it before this applies, right? So in Ren's case,
Ren is the only one who had no benefit of long rest.
Okay.
The rest of you do have some sense that something is basically in the space with you, but nobody else is plagued quite as severely by these nightmares. And I think that's where we're going to take a break. Everybody cool with that?
Yes.
sounds
Yep.
good.
Okay.
Good.
Well, let's say we'll reconvene in about 30 minutes.